Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of two possibly intoxicated idiots watching the National Football League.
Morning, everybody. I mean, as one of the things you got to think about when it comes to these London games is you get early morning football, and I have no problem with that because I'm kind of a psychopath. But especially if you're on the West Coast, what is it? 6:30 right now. So enjoy that. Wake up for that. I don't know if there's too many Jet or Vikings fans in California. If there are, hey, go nuts. But yeah, a little rough in the morning. But here we are. I got my cup of coffee here, right here, and we're ready to watch the New York Jets take on the Minnesota Vikings live from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England. I'm a big Tottenham Hotspur fan as well. I believe they're playing today, so I'm a little conflicted, but Tottenham needs a win. Tottenham does need a win. Oh man, this chick is right in the middle of the Union Jack. She is legitimately jacking it, I suppose, as it were. How's everybody doing out there? How's everybody doing on this fine Sunday morning, the first Sunday of October, October 6th? As again, they're going through the national anthems here. They went through the American one. Now they're doing God Save the King here. Which I always... Is it just me? Like, I always thought, like, Rule Britannia probably should have been, like, the national anthem for Britain. I think it just fits better. If we're being honest. If we're just being honest with each other, I've always thought that fit better. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. What a day in college football yesterday, huh, guys? That's the other thing I tell you. Oh, there's that big. I'll tell you what. Just a quick tangent. They're showing the Minnesota Viking mascot on there right now. They showed a British girl, I guess, in a full Viking getup. Like the whole, like, real Viking. Like, you know, the leather, like, corset stuff and the things. And she had, like, the shield and the face paint or whatever. Yeah. Almost makes me want to be a Vikings fan now. But I'm not. I'm going to watch the Giants lose later on. Right here on Stay Tuned Sports, if you want to watch that, I will be here for that. That'll be at 4:15. I want to say 4:30. I forget exactly what. Sometimes the West Coast times are either like 4:15, 4:30, something like that. But whenever the Giants and Seahawks come on, I will be on for that game. Is that Jared Allen blowing the big horn there? The skull horn. And you got the Vikings mascot guy. He dropped the drumstick flip. You bitch. Boo. Boo, you suck. You can't drop the drumstick. You can't flip the drumstick. I don't care if you wear the mascot outfit. I don't care. You can't do it. The Jets will be receiving the kickoff here, so we're going to switch the possession ball over to the New York Jetropolitans as we get ready for kickoff here in London, jolly old London, England. The Vikings in all purple, head to toe. Don't like that. Don't like that. Should have worn the white pants. The Jets in their all white uniforms, looking good, looking sharp. That kick is up, and it is taken at the 3-yard line. Jets return it up to about the 26-yard line, and that is where they will start on this first drive after a kickoff return of about 22 yards. Aaron Rodgers takes the field. Last time he played in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I believe the New York Football Giants defeated him, the Green Bay Packers. I'm certainly think the Vikings would hope to do the same. Aaron hoping for a little better luck at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this Sunday. He takes the first snap, hands it off to Breece Hall, and that's going to be a gain of a yard for Breece Hall. 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Jets as we are starting here on Sunday morning. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out immensely here at the channel. The likes get us in the algorithm. Every subscriber we get gets us closer and closer to being monetized, which of course is the goal. Our goal right now is to get to 100, and we're so very close, and you can help us get there. So we certainly hope that you do that as well. 2nd and 9, Aaron Rodgers. Play action to Breece Hall. Throws downfield and incomplete. That was just either a bad pass or a bad throw. Garrett Wilson was the intended receiver. But not great. Not a great start here for the New York Jets. A 1-yard run on first down and a very incomplete pass on second down. So we have 3rd and 9 now, 3rd and long. Vikings fans in England being very loud. Play clock now under 5. Rodgers in shotgun. Play clock at 2. 1. Snap just gets off. Throws caught by Garrett Wilson, and they're going to mark him just short. I think that's where he landed. I don't know if that's where he was touched. They might want to take a look at that, but I don't think they will. So it's going to be a yard short for the Jets, and they're going to have to punt. Oh, yeah, no, he was touched just barely. So a 3 and out on the first drive for the New York Jets. Here comes the snap, and the kick is away. Beauty of a kick down to the 11-yard line. Fair caught by the Vikings, and that is where they will take over for their first drive. Sam Darnold taking the field, looking like a big purple zit. Sam Darnold last week against Green Bay was 20 for 28 for 275, 3 touchdowns, a pick with a passer rating of 123.4? Not bad. Sam Darnold has been maybe the story of these first 4 weeks of the NFL season. We'll see if he can be the story for 5 weeks here by grabbing a win here in London. On first down, screen pass out to Jefferson. Fumbled the ball and fumbles it out of bounds. I think that was a catch. He caught, had it, made a football move, and then dropped it. Yeah, that's a fumble. But it goes out of bounds. The Jets unable to. What an opportunity that would have been for the New York Jetropolitans. But you cannot advance the ball with the fumble out of bounds there. So it's 2nd and 11 from the spot of the fumble. Sam Darnold under center. Takes the snap. Back hands it off. And Aaron Jones making some moves. He gets about 9 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Or 3rd and a very long one coming up here for the Minnesota Vikings. As we've just started here on a Sunday morning. We are still at, 9:38? We are still at 9:38 here in the morning. There is 12 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Darnold takes a snap in shotgun on 3rd and 2. He's looking, and he does complete it to his tight end, and that's going to be a Vikings first down. Jets defense got some pressure on Darnold, but not enough. Johnny Munt was the receiver on that one. He's a big, scary munt. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line for Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings. He steps back, play action, looks, throws over the middle. Big ball caught by Justin Jefferson as they are now in Jets territory. Big gain for the Minnesota Vikings. Jefferson just cut inside. That's a little too easy. All the way down to the Jets' 43-yard line. First and 10 from the 43-yard line of the New York Jets. Sam Darnold hands it off here to Aaron Jones once again, and he gets about 4, maybe 5, depending if they give him a bit of a fall forward there, which they might. Jets defense has been good this year. Could be better, maybe, but they're I believe they're second. Their pass defense is second overall in the NFL. So not bad. But they're going to have to do a little bit better when it comes to Justin Jefferson. Sam Darnold under center from the Jets' 40-yard line. Takes a step back, looks, throws. That's going to be incomplete. Jefferson was the intended target off his hands. 3rd and 6 coming up here. I wonder how it was. They gave him 4 yards, but it was on the 43-yard line. They're at the 40 now, and they're like, I don't know. Official math. I don't get it. It's gonna be a long 6, I guess. I don't know. Not the first time I've heard that in my life. Yes, it is. 10:08 here left in the first quarter. 3rd and 6. Sam Darnold in shotgun. He goes up, calling out protection to the offensive line. Play clock down to 1. He just gets it off. Sam Darnold back, looks, throws over to his right. That's going to be caught by Justin Jefferson right at the first down marker, and that is Minnesota first down. They keep the chains moving on 3rd and long. So the Jets had a 3-and-out in their first series. Minnesota has converted a couple of 3rd downs already on this drive. Quick action here. Hand it off to Aaron Jones, and he's going to make about 9.5 yards on that carry. That wasn't Aaron Jones. My apologies, because they had just cut right to the coverage. They were spending too much time in the replay, and we missed who that was. That was Ham. That was a good old CJ ham and cheese sandwich on that one. With my goofy puns? He's ham. So you got ham and cheese. Oh, what a sandwich. It's early, folks. Leave me alone. I am down in some good coffee, though. I hope you are as well on this Sunday morning. Easy like a Sunday morning. And so far, the Vikings offense is running through the Jets defense like it is very easy on a Sunday morning. The Jets had Aaron Jones, and it was Aaron Jones that time in the backfield, but he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 now. Jets defense just unable to wrap up. Jones lucky to not have a 5 or 6 yard loss on that play. And here we go, 3rd and 1. The way they've been playing, just hand it off to Aaron Jones. He has been moving the rock pretty well. Darnold under center. He rolls out to his right, being chased by the Jets, and that's going to be a sack of about 10 yards. Big sack by the New York Jetropolitans. Old Willie McDonald there. Jet fans are loving it. See, I can't stop with the puns. I can't. I'm sorry. We got a ham sandwich. We got McDonald. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm but a man, flesh and bone. But here we go. Vikings are going to try a 54-yard field goal attempt. That sack really kind of hurt him. That kick is up, and that is going to sneak in through the right upright. So that's going to be 3 points there for the Minnesota Vikings. And they are on the board first here in London at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as the Vikings now lead the Jets 3-2. No flags yet. Flag counter is very lonely. There's 7:40 left here in the first quarter, by the way, which is good. I want that flag counter to be as low as possible. When it gets high, that's just there for a referee shame. That right there, right here, that's for referee shame. That's why that is there. If that's a low number, then the referees don't have to feel shame and they feel good. That's fine. I'm good with that. But when you have games that have 21, 22, fucking 25 flags, that's when it becomes a problem. Sweet, delicious coffee. By the way, I was going to talk about it before I was distracted by the large-breasted Viking woman in the stands there in London. The upsets yesterday in college football, wild. And we thought it was wild already even before Vanderbilt, Alabama. You got Missouri got crushed. You got who else was there? Michigan lost. USC lost. Let's see here. There were so many. And that was the thing with that Alabama Vanderbilt game. It felt like that was going to be something that kind of what happened with Miami and Cal during the night game. It felt like that's what Alabama was going to do. They were down, but they were going to come back like Miami did, steal it at the end. Kind of how it always happens when you have those upset alerts. And sure enough, though, Vanderbilt of all teams, was able to hold on and beat the number one team in the nation, Alabama, who I don't think is going to be number one when the new AP poll comes out on this fine morning. Let's take a look. So many. Yeah, Michigan lost. USC lost. We talked about the Cardinals. Yeah, A&M stomping on Missouri. There's so many. So college football, honestly, I feel like it was a great day for Notre Dame to have off. Because Notre Dame can ill afford another loss, and yesterday just seemed like upset city USA for everybody. So I'm just kind of glad that Notre Dame had a little bye. Had a little bye ski. Good. I'll take that. I will take that as Minnesota gets ready to kick off here and give the Jets their second possession of the game. Like I said, 7:41 here in the first quarter. Minnesota up 3-0. And the kick is up, it is away, and it will be into the end zone for a dynamic touchback. And so the Jets will take over at the 30-yard line. And let's see if this offense can get going for the Jets. They've had a bit of an issue. And get it going, as we saw last week. They had nothing going. And let Bo Nix with 60 yards passing go ahead and beat them 10-9. Not great. Not a great day there for the New York Jets. They're hoping to do a little bit better. Of course, Aaron Rodgers is hoping to do a little bit better. Jet fans are expecting better. So we'll see what the Jets can do here on their second drive. Hopefully not a 3-and-out. Aaron Rodgers, that's a quick throw over to his left. That is to Wilson. And Wilson's going to get about 4 yards on that reception. Had to do a little dancing, but got the yardage. Got a little extra yardage there. So 2nd and 6 coming up here now for Aaron Rodgers. As they show some stats there showing Aaron Rodgers not doing great against the blitz as the Broncos were blitzing the hell out of him in that mess of a game at MetLife last week. We have a handoff to Breece Hall, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So it's 3rd and 6. So far, Breece Hall cannot get his legs under him. He is a tremendous talent. He is one of the Jets' better offensive weapons, but has been unable to get the running game going. And not sure. I'm not sure what you do at this point. You know, do you pull a Brian Dable and keep on trying to pound that square peg in a round hole, or what? I don't know. But Aaron Rodgers in shotgun. That's all I do know. With 3rd and 6, as he takes the snap, back, looks, throws down the field, and that's going to be in and out of the hands of Wilson. And that's going to be another 3 and out for the Jets. 4th and 6 coming up, and the Vikings will get the ball back. The Jets offense cannot get anything going. Not sure what the route was supposed to be, or if that was good or not, or whatever. But it's an incomplete. Is all that matters. We can sit and argue about it all we want. Who gives a shit? It's gone. It's over. As the Jets get ready to punt here, the snap, the kick is away, and that is up. We got set. We got people who were hit into other people. There was blocking going on. What's going on? I don't know. The Jets do recover the ball, but we're going to see what the officials say. It was a blocking. The Jet was blocking the Viking, blocked them basically into the kick returner. That's not really kick interference. There's no flag on the play. It depends on what the officials are going to rule here. He does a fair catch signal. The Jet and the Viking player, he gets blocked into it. He's rushing. He throws the Viking player into him. Obviously touches the Viking. Not sure what the ruling is. Again, I don't have the volume on because, I'll get popped for that. But I don't know what they're doing. If they're looking at it, what do we got? Let's jump over to the Twits and see what Twits is saying here. Not seeing anything as of yet. Of course, Twitter sometimes can be a little slow, so we'll wait for that. But I don't know. I guess they're taking a look at it. Is what he said of whose ball it is, or if it's proper or not. I have no idea. Hey, J Chip. Nice to see you in the chat, man. How you doing? Thank you so much for joining us here on this beautiful Sunday morning. 9:51 here on the East Coast. Not sure where you are. Or what time it is where you are. If you're East Coast, West Coast, if you're in England, I have no idea. But thank you for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you like what you're watching, like, share, subscribe. I know it sucks that we have to say that, but YouTube kind of punishes us if we don't. So just like, share, subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Thank you so much for joining us here. And yeah, it's good. It's in the morning. I like morning football. I like football, so I like morning football. Got the cup of coffee ready to go here. Just sitting, relaxing, watching some football with all you guys, and it's it's a joy. It's a joy to do so. And watching the Jets be anemic right now. I don't know what's going to happen with this call though. Whether or not they're getting the ball. Again, the Jet player blocked the Viking player into the returner who had the fair catch signal. I'm not sure how the officials are going to rule this one. I think it goes. I think it goes to intent, but 8:30 Central. Yeah, like I said, when the further west you go, it gets a little tough. These London games, Vikings, big Vikings fan. All right, congratulations, good to see you. I hope it is a good game so far. The Jets 2 3 and outs, unable to get anything going. It looks like it is Minnesota ball. Yeah. So, I guess it doesn't count, whatever happened with the Jets. So, actually, I had that right the first time. There we go. I'm Giants fan, so I'm not really going for anybody. Maybe the Jets because they're New York. I don't know, but I try to keep it impartial here and try to watch here. On first down, we got Aaron Jones with a run of about 2 yards. I was just showing a replay again. Again, I didn't get the explanation for it. Don't have the volume on. Get popped for that. So, what are you going to do? But yeah, these games get tougher the further west you go. Like, you're in California, it's not even 7 o'clock yet. So that's rough if you're a football fan. Sam Darnold, under center. Takes a step back, looks. He's getting some pressure. He's able to break it out, rolls to his right. He's going to run for the first down, slides. And he does get that first down. Sam Darnold making some moves. Sneaky athletic, as they say, high motor. John Englehart, Jets, Jets in the chat. So we have a Steelers fan in J-Chip. Big Steelers fan, he says, but he's going to be rooting for the Vikings for this morning. It's always good to pick a team. And we've got John in the chat who is going for the Jets Jetropolitans. So good stuff going on here. We got Ham in the backfield. Darnold under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is going to break through some tackles, as he's been doing all morning so far. Jets defense finding it real hard to wrap up Aaron Jones there. And we're going to have 2nd and 4. That was a 6-yard gain there for Aaron Jones. As now my screen is smaller because the NFL Network wants to show advertisements. 4:25 left here in the first quarter. 2nd and 4. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Sam Darnold is under center. I can't speak this. It's early in the morning. 5 seconds now on the play clock. He does get the snap off. Play action. Looks. Throws. Wasn't close. And Darnold is down. He took a hit. He was getting pressured. And Darnold is injured. That's not good. Oh, no. Sam Darnold is down. Took a hit right as he threw the ball right into the ribs, and he is curled up in the fetal position. That's not good. And just like that, this game, maybe the season, changes for the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, no. You don't want to see that. You never want to see somebody injured. And it wasn't a dirty hit. Like, it was pressure. He had just released the ball when he got hit. And, the hit wasn't with a kind of a helmet. It was face mask into chest. That's how they teach you to tackle. So that's not, like, there was nothing dirty about it. It's not bad. It just happened to get hit. Right in the middle of the chest there. And he is on the ground. He's in pain. Hopefully, you're hoping that all it was knock the wind out of him. Just one of those, one of those deals. He'll suck air for a little bit, be out for a play or two, and then be able to get back in the game. You're hoping that's what it is. But thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports on this lovely Sunday morning as we're watching NFL football live from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England. The New York Jets taking on the Vikings. Sam Darnold just got hit on a 2nd and 6 play. Incomplete pass, but boy, did he get walloped, and he is on the ground being attended to currently by medical staff. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. It helps us out immensely. We have links for our donation station and our merch store are down in the description. I'll put those in the chat too soon and get that going. Also, our Discord link is in there as well. Again, we just started it. It's very quiet in there, so it's not a lot of stuff going on. But if you want to join it, be rowdy, yell, scream, tell everybody their team sucks. That'll be good. Big game coming up for the Steelers tonight, which we will be covering right here on Stay Tuned Sports as the Dallas Cowboys go to visit the Pittsburgh Steelers. J-Chip, big Steelers fan, so I guess you're getting ready for this evening for your Pittsburghs. Here we go. Steelers, here we go. Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. Here we go. I don't know if they're going to the Super Bowl, but that defense is electric. That defense is absolutely dynamite there for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sam Darnold on the sidelines. Looks to be okay. He's putting his helmet back on. Nick Mullins coming in here on 3rd and 6. I'm sorry, 3rd and 4. It was a 6-yard gain by Aaron Jones on first down. Mullins takes the snap in shotgun, back, looks, throws, and that's going to be caught by Aaron Jones at the 39-yard line. They call it 36-yard line there. of the Minnesota Vikings. He had to go up and climb that ladder to get it, but my short king there, he went ahead and did so. Hell of a catch. Mullins kind of threw that a little high, as you would expect. Maybe a backup hasn't had a lot of work done, a lot of work going there. But he goes, gets it, and it's first down, and Darnold is back in the game. He's under center. The Vikings have had 5 first downs. The Jets, 0. The Jets' 2 possessions ended in 3 and out. Play clock down to 1. He gets it off. It's a pitch back to Jones. He fumbles it. Picked up by the Jets. Oh, and he stumbles and falls right at the Vikings' 41-yard line. But that's a turnover. And the Jets-Metropolitans get a huge turnover. And they will have first down and 10 inside Minnesota territory. Will they be able to do something more than the 3 and out? We'll see. Just a pitch back. Aaron Jones unable to secure the pitch as he spent, he had made that incredible leaping catch on the 3rd and 4. We're saying, I am him. Look at my name. And then on the very next play, fumbles the pitch. Jets get the ball. Huge turnover. Just what the Jets needed in this first quarter, where everything has seemed to have been going Minnesota's way and not quite the Jets' way. But this is only an opportunity. You have to capitalize on that. Can Aaron Rodgers go ahead and capitalize on this? This Jets offense has been very not great so far this season. They've had maybe a couple of good games, but that was against the Patriots, who are not very good. And really only the second half against the Titans, who are not good, because in the first half they were pretty anemic as well. But their offense did not play well against San Francisco in week 1. Granted, they didn't see the field a lot in that game. The Niners ran all over the Jets. And last week was an abomination that should never be spoken about again when it comes to a football game. That was atrocious. So we're going to see what the Jets can do here. And hopefully, for Jet fans' sakes, for John Englehart there in the chat, for anybody else, you got to hope, against hope, that maybe the Jets offense starts turning around. Maybe this is the spark they need. Maybe this will get them going. Because right now, I got to tell you, the offense has been wanting. Checking on X Twitter here, just seeing anything else going on. Because, again, we've got more football coming up. We got the 1 o'clock games. The 4 o'clock games, we'll be covering the Giants and Seahawks on this channel. Wonder why? And then tonight we'll be covering the Dallas Cowboys and Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football. So we're with you pretty much the whole day here, from sunrise to well past sunset here, covering football here with you on Stay Tuned Sports. And if you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out a bunch. Donation station links and merch store link down in the description. 1st and 10 for the Jets from the Minnesota 41.5-yard line, about, seems. Play clock under 10. Actually, it looks more like the 42. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun. Takes the snap, back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Garrett Wilson for 4 yards. They're saying he's down at the about 4 yards mark there. I guess his elbow fell. He tried to get up and say he wasn't touched, but when you have a joint down, that means you're down. So 2nd and 6, yeah, it was about a 4-yard gain there. As we see Aaron Jones looking over his fumble on the sidelines, probably being told, hey, don't fumble the ball next time. Good coaching. 2nd and 6, Aaron Rodgers back, looks, throws, and that's going to be in and out of the hands of Allen Lazard. Lazard bobbled it. It was a good throw, would have been a first down, but again, the Jets are in a 3rd and long situation. 3rd and 6 coming up here for the Jets. And Lazard just dropped it. You can't just drop passes like that. You can't do it. can't do it and think you're going to be successful. So 3rd and 6 now, coming up here. Rodgers in shotgun. He's got Breece Hall to his left. Takes the snap. Intercepted! He threw it right to the linebacker, and he's going. Oh, my God, he's gone. That's going to be a pick 6. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Minnesota Vikings. Oh, that's the wrong touchdown. Unbelievable. We were just sitting here talking about whether or not they could go ahead and take advantage. There's the right touchdown of getting that. And Aaron Rodgers throws it right to the linebacker. Interception, pick 6 for the Vikings defense. And this could not be going more terrible for the New York Jets. Just when you think that you get a break, you don't. Extra point. Well, that camera work was shit. Extra point is up and good, though. Not that we saw it. Thanks a lot, cameraman. But now it is 10-0. I didn't even get a chance to switch over the possession arrow because Vikings scored. It's going to have to go right back on the kickoff. But wow. Unbelievable. You can't do that. Like I don't know what's wrong with the Jets right now. Their offense is atrocious, and they have so many weapons it shouldn't be. Aaron Rodgers is still Aaron Rodgers. Like, he's not throwing the ball badly. You have, again, Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard. You have Breece Hall, who is a running talent, but they can't seem to get him going. There's no rush game to speak of. Alan Lazard keeps on dropping passes. Garrett Wilson's dropped a pass or two already. And if the Jets lose this game, you're going to have serious discussion about whether Saleh should be there. And I know people are going to say, well, Saleh's a defensive coach, so the offensive troubles shouldn't be a word. But he's the head coach. All the bucks stop with him. It doesn't matter. And I don't know what's going on. Maybe you clean house everywhere. Maybe you do get rid of Saleh and Hackett. Even if that pisses off Aaron Rodgers, like at this point, like I'm sorry, like we brought in everybody here to make you feel better, Aaron, to get you going, and we've seen 0 results. So it's either you, which it doesn't seem like. I said he's still throwing the ball pretty goddamn well, or it's offensive play calling or offensive preparedness from Nathaniel Hackett, your offensive coordinator. Like, it just doesn't seem to be. Oh, that's the same guy that picked off Daniel Jones trying to do a screen pass. Is that Van Ginkel? Oh, you got Van Ginked. You got ginked by the Ginkel. Well, that sucks. For the Jets. If you're a Vikings fan, J-Chip, again, he's a Steelers fan, but he's a Vikings fan for this game. Early there in the Central Time Zone. He's excited. That's good. That's good for him. So, with 2:18 left in the first quarter, the Jets still without a first down. They've given up a pick 6. They've got a fumble recovery. But again, that fumble recovery led to the drive where on 3rd and 6, Aaron Rodgers threw a pick 6. It's old Van Ginky boy. So, I got to tell you. So, awaiting the kickoff here after the touchdown, Vikings kick is away. And that ball is going to be returned from the 3-yard line. Jets run it back down to the 30, and that is where they will take over. So they get it at the 30, whether it was a dynamic touchback or not. 30-yard line is the starting position for the Jets. Jets. As we see Brian Flores, Minnesota defensive coordinator, he's had them playing extremely well, except for the second half last week. Green Bay came all the way back from being down 28-0, outscored the Vikings. After that, 29-3, lost by 2 points, did the Packers. So I think the Vikings should try to button something up there. Handoff on first down here. It is to Breece Hall, and he's going to get 3 yards. And there seems to be some... There were some conversations there among the linemen. But we have second down here. Second and 8? I don't know. I think it's a bad spot. That's just me personally. I don't know. Anyway, second and 8 here. Aaron Rodgers, high snap and shotgun. He does bring it down, throws it, dumps it off. And it's just dropped. Again, just another dropped ball. And I don't know what is going on with the New York Jets-Apolitans, but they just can't get it. They cannot get it going. Braylon Allen there with the drop. And, again, I don't know. It's a mystery to me right now what's going on with these Jets. But it's 3rd and 8. Another 3rd and long here for the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun from the 32-yard line. Play clock under 2. He does get the play off. Rodgers steps back, looks, throws way over the middle, and picked off. Aaron Rodgers' second pick in as many drives. And this is got a chance. It's got a chance to get real ugly here very quickly. This is not a good time right now for the Jets. Or if you're a Jets fan. First game with multiple interceptions since, November 13th of 2022 when he was with the Packers against the Detroit Lions. Aaron Jones on first down gets 8 yards and has crossed the 50. So from the Jets' 49-yard line, it will be 2nd and 2, maybe a 2nd and 3, maybe a short 3, I don't know. Again, it is Jones with the carry. He's going to be close to a first down. Might be an inch or so short. Depends on the spot from Mr. Official. We are under 50 seconds now in the first quarter. It is 3rd and 1 they're calling. It is right on there. Sam Darnold with the sneak, and that is an easy first down for the Vikings. And that is probably going to be the last play of the first quarter here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's been all Vikings. And it's been absolutely 0 Jets. Jets don't have a first down yet. They have... Oh, never mind. Vikings are going hurry up here. I thought they might have just let that play, the clock run down in the first quarter, but they're not. Oh, and we have a full start on the Jets. That's going to be offsides on the Jets. And we have our first flag of the game. To the point where I wasn't even ready to put the flag thing up there. But there we go. We've got flag number 1. It took until the end of the first quarter, but we got our first flag. Flag. Oh, I lost the flag number. There we go. That's what we need to do. So there we go. And now with that, the clock will run down, and the first quarter ends. And what a more fitting way to end than on a Jets penalty. And they just... Jet fans can't be happy right now. Jet fans cannot be happy. And I wouldn't blame them at all. Because the offense has been anemic. They have been unable to move the ball at all. And you have Aaron Rodgers has 2 interceptions already. One was a pick six, the old Van Ginkel boy. Getting kinky with Ginky. You have Aaron Jones seems to be running fairly well. You can't get Breece Hall going at all. One of your best offensive weapons, you can't get him going. So this is not a great time right now. If you're a Jets fan, just checking on some things here, looking at the Twitter X, seeing what we got going on and any other news going on here early in the morning. Looks like Joe Flacco is going to be starting for the Colts. It looks like Kittle and Warner both will be playing for the 49ers. For any of your fantasy needs or wants out there. People say, yeah, Nick Mullins is having a better passing day than Aaron Rodgers with his one pass. Yes. I don't know what is going on. The Jets offense has all this talent and they can't get anything going. Something's wrong. Like at some point, like maybe you get rid of you might have to get rid of Hackett. He just may not be. I don't give a shit if he's Aaron Rodgers' favorite or not. If this offense continues to play like this, I don't give a shit. What's the point of having Aaron Rodgers if the offense isn't moving? So 2nd down and 6 coming up here to start the second quarter. From the Jets' 41-yard line, Darnold is in shotgun. Takes a snap back. Oh, he's getting rushed, and he is going to be sacked. Too bad your ass got sacked. I agree. I will agree with that. Thailand's chief asset there in the chat. Tampa Bay got Tom Brady, and he was able to do that. The Jets thought they would be able to do something similar there with Aaron Rodgers. So far, it does not look great. And again, I don't know who to blame. I don't know if it's Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if it's Hackett. I don't know who to. Right now in this game, throwing 2 picks in back-to-back drives, that's Aaron Rodgers' fault. Bottom line, you can't blame anybody else. 3rd and 12 here for the Vikings. Sam Darnold, deep throw. There's a flag. We see a flag down. What is this one going to be? Because that's way uncatchable. But they're calling Sauce Gardner for what? Illegal contact? Yep, illegal contact on Sauce Gardner. So that's going to be, again, just when you think on a 3rd and 12, you figure the Jets will be able to do something. But he touched Justin Jefferson, so that's going to be a penalty. Here we have our second flag of the game, both against the Jets. And yeah, Seth, the Jets right now are terrible. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Jets are just not playing well. especially offensively. And I don't know what's going on there. But it is 1st and 10 after that 5-yard penalty. And who we got with that carry? That was Chandler with the carry. The Jets, no, because the Bengals get better as the season goes on. We've seen the Bengals start really slow for like 3 or 4 straight seasons now. And they get better as the season goes on, and they usually make the playoffs. The Jets, they didn't play well against San Francisco. They seem to get better in the second half against Tennessee. Aaron Jones, he's going to get about 5 yards, maybe 6 yards on that second down play. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 or 3rd and a very long one here. They played well in the second half against Tennessee. They played well against New England, but it's New England. Last week was an abomination of football. Both the Jets and Broncos should both be disgusted by their efforts there. 3rd and 2 coming up here for the Vikings. Sam Darnold in shotgun. Takes the snap. He's got Chandler over to the right, but he throws over to... That was Justin Jefferson, bounced in and out of the hands. That's incomplete. So the Jets defense actually with a stop on 3rd down, so it's going to be 4th and 2. Minnesota's probably going to go for a field goal here, and that will make it 13-10 if they make it. Well, they're going for it. 4th and 2, they're going for it. Never mind. Thought they might have been kicking a field goal here. But they are going for it. 4th and 2. Sam Darnold in shotgun. Maybe they're trying to get the Jets to jump off sides. No, they do snap the ball. Darnold back, looks, throws over to his left side. Incomplete. Jets get the turnover on downs. In a different quarter, will the Jets be able to do something different? Will something new happen? Or will this be the same anemic Jets offense that we've seen for the last couple games here? I don't know. But they got to do something. They got to turn it around, and they got to do it quick. I don't know what you can do in that short amount of time on the bench to kind of change your fortunes around. But they got to figure something out. Oh, Thailand's chief asset. I am not a Jets fan. I pull for the Jets every now and then, but I am a New York Giants fan. So don't say me. Don't say, oh, how it go for me. You guys are bad. No, that's the Giants are bad anyway. So I mean, you could say that about the Giants. The Giants suck as it is. The Vikings, that's the thing. Going into the season, I don't think anybody saw this coming from the Vikings, their chief asset. I didn't. I don't think a lot of people did. Especially, like, you hear Sam Darnold's going to be your starting quarterback. Everyone was like, the guy that sees ghosts, that guy's going to be your starting quarterback? Okay. But I think him having his season in San Francisco, just kind of sitting behind, being in around Kyle Shanahan, around that offense, around just that a lot of that football knowledge. That's the thing that a lot of people forget is that Sam Darnold is younger than Joe Burrow. So he's still a kid. Like, he's still young. He could still have a very good long career. And it seems like he fixed whatever problems he had, learned to be an NFL quarterback, And now he's had his chance to start here in Minnesota, and boy, is he taking advantage of it. 1st and 10 for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, high snap, and he had to reach to try to get that to Breece Hall. Nothing is working right here for the New York Jetropolitans. They are in a bit of a... I don't know what's going on here with the Jets. But from everything, from the center exchange to Rodgers, he can't get the play. He's getting pissed now. You're seeing him on the side. He's like, let's go get the play in. Breece Hall unable to get anything going. The passing game isn't going. Nothing is going right here for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers back looks, throws over the middle, and it's going to be caught, and that's going to be brought all the way down. It's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down, and the Jets will have 3rd and 2. Will they be able to convert on a goddamn 3rd down? I don't know. Let's see. Yes, the Ravens last week were impressive. My only thing with the Ravens is they have to start being a little more consistent. They're very inconsistent right now. And I can't buy into them until they start putting a couple of good games together. Now, again, they got an early lead on Dallas, but then let Dallas come all the way back and almost win that game. So that's what I mean. They had a good game last week against the Bills. We'll see what they do against the Bengals today. Aaron Rodgers back on 3rd and 2. Over the middle. It's going to be caught. And the Jets, holy shit, have a first down. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Stop the presses. Stop it all. Conklin there with the catch. I don't know what to do. I'm not even a Jets fan. I feel like celebrating because we've seen the Jets actually move the goddamn ball. And that's the thing, Chief Asset. Like I'm a big Giants fan, but growing up in New York, I kind of rooted for the Jets too. Aaron Rodgers on first down, feeling pressure, throws it away. And I gotta say, the Bills were looking like a number one team, like coming into that Ravens game. Like Josh Allen was playing an MVP level. Their defense was playing well with a lot of kind of lower names. Like I know people scoffed when they said, "Oh, when your starting quarterback is Damar Hamlin." My own partner on the show here, Jimbo, he was like, "Oh, you're starting Damar Hamlin as your starting cornerback. That shows how bad your defense is going to be." And their defense played really well up until the Ravens, and you have Derrick Henry running downhill on you. That's going to be a problem. 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught. It's going to be 3rd and 2 coming up here. So it's about an 8-yard gain there for the New York Jets as they are trying to move the ball, get something going. If they can get a touchdown here, again, they're back to within 3, and they're right back in it. They're right back in it. So as much as we've been kind of taking a dump on the Jets here, if they get a scoring drive here, if they get a touchdown here, and I don't mean scoring drive, I mean touchdown. There's a field goal. I mean, you can do it, but I think if you're the Jets, you want a touchdown. Rodgers under center, takes the snap, hands it off, and that's going to be a gain of a yard, maybe half a yard. So it's 4th down. Again, the Jets trying to force that run game, and it's not working. But yeah, Chief S, I wouldn't say the Bills are a bottom of the barrel team. I don't think they are. I think, they ran into a buzzsaw on Sunday night, and it happens. I think if I'm the Texans, I might worry today because you got to deal with an angry Josh Allen down there in Houston. And Houston's another team that's kind of been a little shaky. I know a lot of people had high hopes for them, but again, it's a sophomore quarterback, sophomore head coach. Give them time. 4th and 1. Jets try to run it again, and they lose a yard. I don't know. As somebody who sees shitty play calling with Brian Daboll calling plays, that's shitty play calling. I'm perplexed. You just ran the ball on 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1.5, really, and didn't get anywhere. Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood your post there, Chief Hazard. But then again, what they beat the Cardinals, who, while the Cardinals may not be world beaters, I think the Cardinals are a lot better this year than a lot of people were giving them credit for. They're 2-2 right now. They went toe to toe with the Lions and played a very good, gritty game against them, even though they lost. I know there's no such thing as a good loss in the NFL. They blew out the Rams. Granted, the Rams have a ton of injuries, but they handled their business there. Something San Francisco couldn't do. Again, San Francisco has a lot of injuries as well, but you figured you'd be able to go ahead and beat the Rams. Who else did they play? Let me look that up here. Who were the other Bills wins? Because they had a couple other, I thought, pretty decent wins. I'm loving it. Let's see. Who were the Bills games against? The Jaguars. Okay, fair point. Fair point. And the Dolphins, when they still had Tua up until he decided to ram his head into DeMar Hamlin's chest for some dumb reason. Which I'm still angry at Tua for that. You know that you have a head injury. You know that you're susceptible to concussions. So much so that you've taken judo lessons to learn how to fall so that you don't bang your head on the ground or don't hit it against somebody else, so you know how to protect yourself. And in that moment, you decide to ram your head into somebody else knowing how your concussion issue is. Like, that concussion is 1,000% on Tua, and I'm still angry at him for that. But yeah, so to that point, I will grant you. I think the Cardinals were the best win that they had of that stretch. Considering what the Dolphins look like now, and considering the Jaguars are just dog shit. So we'll see. But I think Josh Allen plays well enough, and you get angry Josh Allen now going down to Houston, who's wearing their goofy-ass H helmets this week. We'll see how that goes. 1st and 10 for the Vikings from their own 26-yard line. Throws over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete, in and out of the hands of Addison. So 2nd and 10 coming up here. 8:41 left here in the second quarter. Minnesota undefeated, 4-0. Currently up 10-0 on the 2-2 New York Jets. Oh, Aaron Jones limping on the sidelines. Not a good situation there for him or for the Minnesota Vikings. He's had 53 total yards so far in this game. 29 rushing, 24 receiving. That's a big loss if he can't go. No wonder Chandler was in there for the last drive and for this one as well. 2nd and 10, Darnold back. Look, has good protection. Throws all the way downfield to Justin Jefferson, who is wide open. Wide open. I don't understand how you let that man get that open. That doesn't make sense. Oh, did he run into it? Oh, jeez. I agree, Chief Asset. I think that Bills-Texans game is going to tell us a lot about both teams. Whether the Bills are real and can be resilient and come back from a bad game like they had against the Ravens, or if the Texans' poor play so far in the beginning of the season, not quite getting going, if they're able to go ahead and get some momentum here. Vikings, that's going to be a pitch to Chandler. Chandler's going to bring it out to the right side, and he is going all the way down to the 15-yard line. As the Vikings are now just having their way with the Jets. And if you're a Jets fan, we have a flag, though. Uh-oh. Never mind. This one might be coming back. Oh, so for us, this is an early morning game. For you out there in Thailand, it's this is their Sunday night game. This is your Sunday night game. We have a Sunday night game coming up with Pittsburgh and Dallas. But yeah, that'll be early morning for you guys. So that'll be your morning game. You'll have Monday morning football, which is pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. But that was holding, so it's gonna be 1st and 15 now here. From just inside there, from their 48-yard line now for the Vikings. Sam Darnold back to throw. He's going to dump it off down there to... Who is that? I don't know who you are. That is 37, and they don't have a 37 listed on their roster, so I don't know who that is. It's got to be somebody they just activated off the squad because they didn't put it on their roster. I have no idea. So, Sam Darnold dumped it off to number 37. And that was a gain of 5 yards. I'm sorry, of 10 yards, because it's 2nd and 5 now. Now it's a handoff to Chandler, and that's going to be a gain of 6 yards and a first down for the Vikings, who, again, they have a penalty, and it doesn't seem to hurt them at all. They're able to just continue to march down the field. The Jets, on the other hand, with Aaron Rodgers and all the weapons they have 2 turnovers, a pick 6. I think they have 1 first down in the game. And that's it. First and 10. It's going to be a run of about 5 yards there by Chandler. So even with Aaron Jones out, the Vikings still able to run the ball, unlike the Jets, who cannot get anything going on the ground. As we are now with 5:45 left here in the second quarter, 2nd and 5. Darnold under center. Play clock at 15 now as he backs up. Maybe looks like he's changing the play or changing protections here. Steps back. Looks. Got time. Throws to his left. Oh, almost picked, but we have a flag. What are we calling on this one? Pass interference on the New York Jets, they call. Let's see. I don't know if I see one there. If anything, that's super ticky-tack. That seems to be super ticky-tack. But, ticky-tack or not, that is going to be the call. It's pass interference on the Jets, spot foul. Now the Vikings are, again, in very good. Jets have 3 penalties for 28 yards. The Vikings have 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 13-yard line for the Vikings. Sam Darnold under center. Takes the snap. Hands off to number 37. He gets only to the line of scrimmage. And let's see. You got the Ravens and Bengals, Bills, Texans. Raiders and Chargers are today as well. And that is your rivals there, obviously being a Chiefs fan. Big rivalry with the Bills. And you wonder how the Bills will do again against the Texans. I think that's the big one. Ravens versus Bengals. Man, if the Bengals win that game, I don't know if I could ever jump back onto the Ravens bandwagon. They're very inconsistent. Darnold back on 2nd and 10, throws towards the end zone, and that is nowhere. And we have another flag. As the refs seem to be all of a sudden flag happy, and we've lost, we were doing well. First quarter, I think, had no flags. Now we are all flags. And with Saquon, yeah, the contract was up to the Giants. They wanted to see what the market was going to bear for him and said, go out and see what other teams are willing to pay you, and we'll see if we want to match it. I believe the Eagles and Bears had a bit of a bidding war for him. And when the numbers came back to Joe Schoen and the Giants, as we saw on Hard Knocks this year, Shane said, no, thank you. So, Aaron Donald back on 1st and goal, throws. Is that picked? But we have another flag. Can we stop with the goddamn flags? Flag. Again, we were doing so well, and now we got nothing but flag. But we have illegal formation, illegal procedure on the Vikings. God, just enough with the damn flags. Tired of it. That's going to move the Vikings back. But yes, his contract was up. And I know everybody's talking about, the Giants should have kept him. Why did they keep him over Daniel Jones or anything like that? But if we kept Saquon Barkley, he wouldn't be putting up the numbers or running like he's doing with the Eagles right now. The Giants' offensive line, while improved from last year's, It's still not great. So this idea that all of a sudden he was going to be, he'd be doing this with the Giants is just not the case. Handoff here to Chandler on 1st and goal. And then he's going to bring it down to the 4-yard line. And that's going to be 2nd and goal coming up for the Vikings. 4:33 left here in the second quarter and counting down. So, yeah, part of me, I'm not considerably broken up about Saquon not being with the Giants anymore. I am upset that he's with the Eagles. That sucks. Like, I would rather him be with any other team other than the Eagles. Like, I don't know, maybe even the Cowboys. I can't stand the Eagles that much. 2nd and goal here. Darnold in shotgun. He's going to fake the handoff. He's looking around, throws into the end zone. Incomplete. Is there a flag? And there is. Oh, my God. There was. Every pass now, they're throwing a flag. This is getting ridiculous. And they're calling pass interference again on the Jets. Or defensive holding, sorry. So half the distance of the goal. Automatic first down. Number goes up. So now the officials have just decided to flag the Jets on every single call. Yes, we were in the playoff 2 years ago. We beat the Vikings. He had maybe the best game of his career against the Vikings in that game. Played that game helped get the contract that he had that year. He had a great year in 2022. Hand off, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Vikings. Ham goes ham as he goes into the end zone. Vikings now up 16-10, and they're going to add an extra point here and make it 17. The Jets defensive secondary, Sauce Gardner says he doesn't know what to do anymore because he's going to get flagged for everything. And hard to argue at this point with the way the officials have been throwing the flags. Extra point, kick up, and that's good. And there it is. There's your 17-0 Minnesota Vikings lead. It looks like Aaron Jones looks like he is. He's got the leg wrapped up on the hamstring. It looks like it might be a hamstring or groin or something. He's limping bad. It looks like he's going to be questionable at least for the rest of the game. But I would imagine he's going to be listed as out. Yeah, Aaron Jones is officially questionable to return from a hip injury. So maybe a hip flexor, maybe a pulled, some kind of pulled muscle, something. Man, the Jets are in trouble. And I'll tell you what, he was not a bad pick to have in your fantasy. He was having a hell of a first quarter there. And my man just ended up, you never know what happens with the injuries. But to your previous question about Daniel Jones, no, he played very well in 2022. Almost won that game against Minnesota single-handedly. Really, he did. I mean, he played very, very well. It was just the following game against the Eagles. That divisional playoff game against the Eagles was not great. For anybody, not just Daniel Jones, but from the entire Giants. The defense, offense, special teams, everything on the Giants sucked that game. And then ever since then, we've been bad, especially our offensive line. So, I would it be nice to have Saquon Barkley on our team? Sure. But he wouldn't be doing for the Giants what he's doing for the Eagles right now, simply because the Giants' offensive line is not that good at blocking. I mean, we'll just be honest, Like I said, I think the Giants are going to get murdered in Seattle today. But I get to watch that game right here on Stay Tuned Sports. And if you like watching this, you like watching us here, cover these games here on Stay Tuned Sports, giving you the play-by-play and reactions as you watch along with us, please like, share, and subscribe. Helps us out immensely. The likes get us in the algorithm. Every subscription gets us closer and closer to being monetized, which, of course, is the main goal here. Wanting that desperately so that, of course, me and Jimbo can say something stupid and be demonetized. Also, our goal is to get to 100 subscribers right now. That was the goal going into this season, and we're so close to doing it right now, only in week 5. And you guys can help that out if you go ahead and give us just a little nice subscription. You give us a like. You share us around like your favorite STD. That would be fantastic. Thank you so much for watching along here with us on Stay Tuned Sports. And your boy King, keeping us company here on this early Sunday morning, watching the Jets absolutely cock this entire thing up and losing 17-0 to the Vikings. And unless they do something here, it's like you're again. But what can you change? Like you've already gotten to this point in the game. Like what part of the game plan can you change? Can you change plays? Can you change? What can you change if you're the Jets? I don't know. And that's going to be a dynamic touchback. So the Jets will get it at the 30-yard line. When it comes to the Eagles have problems. They have problems with the coaching. They have problems with their quarterback. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for Saquon and Dallas Goedert, their tight end, the Eagles might very well be 0-4 right now in the bye week. Or at best 1-3. Like, the Eagles have not played well. Jalen Hurts is a turnover machine. And as well as Saquon has played, they also don't seem to hand the ball well. They'll go 2 or 3 drives without giving him a touch. And it boggles the mind somehow how the Eagles are playing like that. So Kellen Moore has a lot to answer for. Aaron Rodgers on 1st and 10. He passes out to Conklin, and that's going to be close to a first down, if not a first down for the Jets. And it looks like it is indeed a first down as they move the chains. So another 1st down and 10 for the Jets. 3:42, 3:41, 3:40 counting down here in the second quarter from the 43 and a half yard line. Yes, from their own 43 and a half yard line. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun passes out of the backfield, and that is going to be caught for about 4 yards is what they're marking it as. Yeah, he's got good, quick passing numbers, but the Jets have got to do something else here because something is just not working here on offense. Maybe they do hurry up here, and maybe this helps, but they're not hurrying up. They're huddling here as the clock ticks down. We are now at 3 minutes here in the second quarter. Aaron Rodgers under center, back, steps, looks to throw. He kicks it out to his back. Oh, no, that was actually Conklin, who was in the backfield, but it is incomplete. It falls incomplete. I find it hard to disagree with you on that one, Chief Asset. I really honestly believe that. So, I don't know how they kept Saleh again. I don't think Saleh is a good head coach or head coaching material. Nathaniel Hackett might have been a good offensive coordinator in Green Bay. I don't know, but it seems like that. I don't know whatever relationship he had with Rodgers, but that hasn't worked out. It didn't work out in Denver for him, and it's not working here in New York so far. 3rd and 6 coming up. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun. Oh, blindside sack. Never had a chance. Nobody picked up that block. And Aaron Rodgers looking out of his ear hole. And again, 4th down for the Jets. They're going to have to punt. Just nothing doing. Nothing doing for the Jets. They sent a blitz. Conklin couldn't get it, and just Rodgers. The fact that he held on to that ball is something because that's wow, what a hit. But again, now from their own 39-yard line, 4th and 14, Jets are going to have to punt. Play clock goes all the way down. And that is going to be a delay of game. We are up to 8 flags for the game so far. Here's the thing. I think Joe Douglas put together a very good team here. Talent-wise, on paper, the Jets have a great team, a talented team, a Super Bowl contending team. Their defense is great. Their offense has a shit ton of weapons. Like it's like on paper they should be winning. So something's wrong. Something's a disconnect that's not having all of these talented pieces fit or work together. What is that? I think at that point you can only look at coaching. You can only see it as being as the coaching. The coaching is an issue. Whether that's Saleh, which I think it is, whether it's Hackett, no matter what it is, something is rotten there in the Jets organization. And it's not like I think Joe Douglas put together a very good team. I think he's one of the better general managers in the NFL. It's just what this coaching staff has been able to do, or better say, not do, with this talent stacked roster that they have. Like with all these people, you should be able to get something going here. As that's the wife. Hi, wife. How you doing? She'll never be on the stream, so don't ask. Well, yeah, it's early in the morning. I guess early in the morning for you especially. I woke up a little bit earlier because we had to do this. What do we got here? It is 10:49 a.m. here on the East Coast. Late at night out there in Thailand. With Chief Asset out there. Thank you so very much. If you like what you're watching here, please like, share, and subscribe. Helps us out a bunch. As I said before, we have our links to our donation station, our merch store, and our Discord down in the description. Also, we have it pinned up in the chat as well. If you want to go take a look at any of those, any donations indeed are just wonderful, and we thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. Right now, the current leader in the donation count is Bryce. As we see here, just coming up on the ticker right now, top contributor Bryce Kemple. He donated $5 to us. You donate more, you get your name in the ticker. That's how it works. But again, any amount, even if it's $1, even if it's 50 cents, I don't even care. Any little bit helps us, and so we thank you so much for that. We have the merch store as well. More merch is coming in there all the time. We have our new Washington football team of Redskin Commander shirt in there. We have a lot of our alternate Giants, Jets, and Eagles stuff in there. We have our 8-bit helmets, a couple of 8-bit helmets in there. I know we got a Seahawks one and a Green Bay Packers one coming in there soon. So check all of those links out. Let's see. Rodgers might retire if this season gets depressing. Yeah, no, I think if nothing goes right, like if the Jets absolutely shit the bed this season, Rodgers might retire and just turn into a full-fledged hippie, darkness retreats and ayahuasca and drugs and political debates and alien discussions and things like that. I think that'll be his thing. 4th and 19 after the delay of game penalty. As to just get rid of the punt here after the 2-minute warning. And the kick is up and away. And that is going to be caught at the 10-yard line, returned here by Minnesota up to the 21.5-yard line. And we have another flag down. There's a flag. And there it is. And it's an illegal block in the back on the Vikings. So that's going to push them back there. And it'll be 1st and 10 from deep, deep, deep in their own end. Which means they'll probably score on this drive with less than 2 minutes to go. Let's see there. And Pace will trade Bryce Young to them. Well, here's the thing. I think Bryce Young needs the Darnold treatment. Or the Jordan Love treatment. Like I said, like he needs to sit behind an actual NFL veteran and just sit there for the whole year, like a redshirt freshman, and just learn the game. The NFL game is so much different, and I think you need time for that. Hand off to Chandler here on 1st down, and he's going to get about 3 yards, maybe 4, depending on the spot. As we are at 142 here, as the Jets take a timeout, as they're trying to get another possession. But yeah, Bryce Young, I wouldn't give up on Bryce Young just yet. Again, he's only had, 16 starts, 18 starts in his career, where he was just kind of thrown out there. Like, he was expected to be a savior for a very, very bad team. And like we saw, the Panthers aren't super terrible with having Andy Dalton in there. Like, they can be a competitive NFL team. But when you have that kind of talent, or lack of talent, there it is, and a quarterback who is not experienced in the NFL, like it was just a recipe for disaster. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Darnold in shotgun, takes a snap back, looks, throws. That's going to be incomplete. Is there going to be another flag on Sauce? No flag. No flag. He's going like, no flag on this one. Oh, interesting. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 now coming up. No, and I think that helped. Having Mahomes sitting behind Alex Smith there for like that first half season, 3/4 of a season that he had behind Alex Smith there, 1,000% helped him out and was able to help him adjust to the game. Look at Jordan Love in Green Bay. When they first had him, he sucked. 3rd and 6, and we have a flag. Was that before even the snap went off? And it's a delay of game on the Vikings. So that's going to be half the distance of the goal there. And we are now at double-digit flags. And that's all in the second quarter. I don't believe we had a flag in the first quarter at all. So in the second quarter, the flag said, "Ha-ha! Fuck you. This game's about us. Flag, 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 flag." Because we came here to watch the officials, not football. No, and that's the thing. People are very impatient when it comes to quarterback. There's we got him, start him now. I think that's the problem with Caleb Williams in Chicago. So 3rd and 9, Vikings are going to be content to hand it off, and that's going to get no gain. 4th down, the Jets will take a timeout here, 1:36. Jets will have one timeout to work with here. But yeah, you look at like Caleb Williams, like, they rookie quarterback start. Like the rookie quarterbacks that can come out and start and be good right away are so rare and so few. Like C.J. Stroud is a rarity. Jaden Daniels seems to be following in that path a bit, and doing well. But again, rare. It's a rare thing to have a quarterback that can just jump right in and do well in the NFL. It is such a different game. And I think having your quarterback sit behind a veteran, even if he's not a good, like I'm not talking about sitting behind a Hall of Famer, just an NFL veteran who has seen the game, knows how to talk to an acclimated quarterback to the game of NFL football, I think would be tremendous. On the punt, Jets are going to get a big return of this out to the 50, and he's down to the 40, down to the 30, and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. The Jets get a big return on the punt, and they are in business to maybe, hopefully, get some points on the board before the half expires. 1:22 left here in the second quarter. Jets have 1st and 10 from the Vikings 30-yard line. Gibson with a good return. Kind of look at Sam Darnold. Everybody was ready to give up on Sam Darnold when he couldn't hack it with the Jets, and it was like, I'm seeing ghosts out there. Because he was seeing ghosts. He was a college player trying to play in the NFL as a rookie, and it's such a different game. Everything's so fast and so, like, you don't know what's going on. You gave him some time in San Francisco there to absorb what was happening, and now look at him in Minnesota doing well. That's a face mask. Breece Hall gets about 7 yards, and they didn't call a face mask? That was a blatant-ass face mask and no call from the officials. Second and 3. Pass out to, who's that, Wilson? Yeah, that is to Wilson. That gets down to the 15-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down. And out of bounds. Clock stops with 48 seconds left here for the Jets. Garrett Wilson was looking. He was going out of bounds. Turned up field. Tried to make a little something more of it. And then just got out of bounds. So 1st and 10 from the 15 now for the Jets. Looking to get something before the end of the half here. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun. Empty backfield. Trips to his right. Takes the snap. Back. Looks. Throws over the middle. Bounced up and almost intercepted Alan Lazard could not hold on to the ball. These Jets players and receivers have had at least 4 drops today already. Unbelievable. Like, that's not going to help you get right back into the game that you need to get into if you keep on dropping the ball here. And you can't be doing is you can't have these mistakes against a team like the Vikings. The Vikings have shown in these first 4 weeks that they're not a joke. They are not a fluke. They are the real deal. And you can't do these kind of things and have these mistakes against a good team and win. 2nd and 10, Aaron Rodgers again throws, and that's wildly missed past Garrett Wilson. And now it's going to be 3rd and 10, and the Jets seem to have stalled again. As we look at Robert Saleh and his shiny bald head doing nothing but chewing gum. And Jets are 1 for 7 on 3rd downs so far with an average of 6 yards to go. And again, 3rd and long here from the 15. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun. He has Breece Hall in the backfield with him. Under 5 seconds on the play clock. Takes the snap. Back, looks, getting pressure, throws, caught in the end zone, touchdown, Alan Lazard, and the Jets finally get on the board. Watch him miss the extra point now. That'd be such a Jet thing. That would be such a Jet thing to do. Snap, hold, kick up. Not have to worry about that. That's good. That's 7. The Jets are now down 10, but they get a touchdown before the half to make this game a little bit closer coming into the second half. The Vikings will get the second half kickoff. So that was desperately needed from the Jets. Chief Asset in the chat says, so who are all your other teams? Do you follow any other sports? Yes, I do. Again, when it comes to football, obviously, clearly Giants fan. I do root for the Jets occasionally. I don't hate them. And really just kind of depends on who I watch in the NFL, any given day. Teams I hate, clearly, are the Eagles, number 1, above all else. Then the Cowboys, very close second. Washington, clearly, because they're a division rival. Although it's good to see them get some happiness after the Dan Snyder years. So good for them. I don't mind the Chiefs. They're okay. It doesn't hurt that every now and then I get to stare at Taylor Swift during their games. So, doesn't hurt. I like that. She's a hottie, so that'll work for me. Other sports I watch, I'm a big hockey fan. Big hockey guy. Of course, living here in New Jersey, big New Jersey Devils fan. So love the Devils, hate the Rangers. Let's go Devils. Who started off the season 2-0 out in Prague during the NHL's Global Series, which is kind of funny that we're watching the NFL kind of have their own Global Series here. In baseball, Yankees fan, in the area here. You're kind of either a Yankees fan or a Mets fan. I grew up a Yankees fan. I have a sister and a brother who are Mets fans. So, the family was kind of split along those lines a little bit. Not much into basketball. I like college basketball, like Duke and Seton Hall, things like that. NBA, like I used to be a New Jersey Nets fan, I guess you could say, but then they moved to Brooklyn, and I kind of just like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit now. So 1st and 10 coming up here. 36 seconds left in the first half. Sam Darnold in shotgun. From the 30, he takes the snap, back, looks, and he's going to avoid a sack and throws it away. 29 seconds left now. Darnold facing all kinds of pressure there from the New York Jets defense. I would imagine you out there in Thailand, I don't know, you said you're originally from the Midwest in the Kansas City area. I don't know if you're a big hockey guy. I wouldn't think so, but you never know. I've been surprised before. Soccer, yes, I do love soccer. Obviously, big Team USA guy, because I live in America. So, big Team USA guy. When it comes to Premier League, Tottenham Hotspur. Come on, you Spurs. Big Spurs. 2nd and 10. Sam Darnold gets boy, did he get crushed. as the Jets defense all of a sudden swarming all over the Vikings. And I think the Vikings are ready to just count this down and take it to halftime so that Sam Darnold doesn't get murdered. Wow. Big hit. Big hit. Oof, Darnold was looking out through his chin strap on that one. And that is it. It is halftime here in London. London, boy. I root for NYCFC. If I had to root for one, I liked the Metro Stars when they were here. I thought that was a much better team name for the area. You know, it's the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, so calling yourself the Metro Stars. They were originally, I believe, the New York, New Jersey Metro Stars, and then they dropped that and just were the Metro Stars. I thought that fit. That was a great soccer club name and identity, and was a big fan of the Metro Stars. And then Red Bull bought them and changed them to Red Bull New York when they play in New Jersey. They didn't even add New York, New Jersey, just said New York. They don't play in New York. They play in New Jersey. If they would have said New Jersey, or if they just would have stayed the Metro Stars or Red Bull Metro or whatever, like maybe I would have stayed with them. But once they changed the name from the Metro Stars to Red Bull New York, I was like, I'm done. And that was before NYCFC was even a team. So there was a good gap there where I didn't have an MLS team that I really watched or followed. And then they had NYCFC come along, and I was like, I'll root for them because they're saying they are where they're from, and they have. They were playing at Yankee Stadium, so I was kind of a Yankees fan too. And I just kind of, I had a friend who liked them as well because she liked Manchester City, sorry. And even though I don't like Manchester City, I'm clearly a Tottenham Hotspur guy. But, I was like, it'll give me a rooting interest. It'll give me a better rooting interest, so I like them. Oh, yeah, back when you were the Wizards, the Kansas City Wiz. I remember that. It was the very early days. You had the San Jose Clash before they went back to the Earthquakes name. I like that they did go back to a lot of the NASL names, the old school North American Soccer League names. So like you had the San Jose Clash reverted back to become the San Jose Earthquakes, and obviously you got the Portland Timbers and Seattle Sounders and Montreal Impact, things like that. So those, those were cool. Those were cool to see. I'd love to see, if Florida gets another team, you get the Tampa Bay Rowdies back in there, have those good. I always wish they would have had the New York Cosmos, or just have the Cosmos. If you that would have been the name. If I was Red Bull, I would have taken over. But of course, they have to market themselves. Oh, we're Red Bull, which is bullshit. That their teams, just look like a giant fucking energy drink can. I was a big no-go when it came to that. But I always wanted to see the Cosmo come back. Have the New York, New Jersey Cosmos, or just call them, like I said, the Cosmos. If you were going to change the name, and that was also kind of my hope. Like when NYCFC first came in, I was hoping they would find a way to make a deal to get that name. But they were unable to go ahead and work anything out or get it. So we're stuck with NYCFC, which is a very generic soccer name. Everything just seems to be like, put football club on the end of it. It'll work. It sounds European enough. And it's like, like Real Salt Lake is. There's no Spanish royalty in Utah. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we Real? But be that as it may, it is what it is. But, so who do you like? Obviously, you're from the Kansas City area, so you're a big Wiz fan, I see. Or I'm sorry, Sporting KC, whatever they are now. And Chiefs fan, I've seen. What are your, what other sports you follow? Anything else like that you got? And if you want to join us in the chat is open. Come on in. Water's fine. Come hang out with us here, as we are at halftime currently of the London game here. The Vikings currently lead 17-7. The Jets were able to get a touchdown at least at the end of the half, and get something for the half. Ooh, felt that one coming. Felt that one coming. That was a good one. So the Jets got at least something going. Vikings will get the ball first in the second half. Let's get the Jets timeouts back up here. Yeah, no, I don't like the Real Salt Lake. I didn't like. I remember when Columbus was going to change their name to just Columbus SC Soccer Club, and everybody lost their mind. And I kind of agreed with that. Well, I mean, first they were going to move to Austin, and then they were able to go ahead and save the team. And then we were like, okay, well, we did all this save the crew and save the team, so let's go ahead and change the name and crest to be soccer, just Columbus Soccer Club. It's like, no. You've built equity. You've built a lot of liquidity, a lot of stock, a lot of whatever you want to call it with that name. Branding wise, you've built a lot with Columbus Crew. You can't, like, I remember that was like one of the dumbest things I saw when they wanted to change their name to just Columbus SC. Like, you can't do that. So I'm glad that they stay with Crew. I know they have the new crest now. Not everybody's really big on it, but it's I would, they should go back to the roundel. That was nice. I don't like the pennant one, but what do you go? I'm a big logo guy. I'm a big logo designer. I like all that kind of stuff. So seeing them go to that was a little meh, but at least they still are Columbus Crew, so we'll give them that. Chiefs, Royals and Yankees. Sorry about that last night, but Chelsea. Come on, you Spurs. Let's see, Florida Panthers. All right. And how long you been a Panthers fan? I know they just won the Cup last year, but are you just a Cup front runner, or have you liked the Panthers for a while? I don't know. And the Lakers. I get iffy when I say. I know I say I'm a Yankees fan, so I know people are going to say, "Oh, it's the Yankees." Yeah, I know, but that's because I live in the area. I know Kansas City doesn't have many basketball teams, so or the area does. What would be the closest basketball team to Kansas City? Would it be Chicago? Minnesota, maybe? The Timberwolves or Milwaukee? Like, I don't know. I don't know what would be the closest there. So I guess if you're there, you're kind of in neutral territory. You can get when you were in 8th grade. Okay. Well, I always liked I liked the Panthers' Leaping Panther logo when it came out. I wish they'd go back to it. They do have a modernized version of it, but that was they don't use it. They use it as like a tertiary mark, basically, in just print media and stuff like that. But I would love to see the Leaping Panther get back onto the jersey. I do like that. But it was cool to see them win a cup. I'll give them that. So I'll give you that. And I like that. Chelsea, though. Can't like the Chelsea. Sorry. Like I said, I'm a Tottenham guy. So I like giving myself pain. Being a Giants fan, I'm watching my team always be frustrating or always being kind of good, but then frustrating and screwing up at the end. That's, I guess, kind of why I like Tottenham, because Tottenham they're close. They get okay. They're okay sometimes, and then they always find a way to bottle it. So, what are you going to do? But so much. Thank you so much for watching us here on Stay Tuned Sports on this early morning football, watching some London football. The Jets and the Vikings. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, and subscribe. Helps us out a bunch here on the channel. Likes help us in the algorithm. If you share us, like your favorite STD, helps us get around, gets more people to view the channel. And obviously, if you subscribe, gets us closer and closer to that sweet, sweet monetization that we're looking for and would help us out. Our goal is to get to 100 subscribers. And we are actually, that was the goal for the season. And here we are in week 5, and we're very close to doing that. So I certainly hope that you guys can help us out here and help us get to our goal. As we see, there's going to be a London Ring of Honor, Jared Allen and OCU Manura from the Giants. Let's go. That's kind of cool. They got They got a Giant 69 on the field. Nice. And Osi, former Giant. I know they play. I know he played in the first game that they had in London. Giants and Dolphins back in, what was that, 2007? 2006? Well, here's the thing. I thought it would be an interesting game. The Vikings are 4-0, undefeated team, very good team. The Jets are 2-2. They have a lot of talent, so you figure it'd be a pretty decent game between both of them. Like next week's game in London, I think, is Jaguars and Bears. I will not be streaming that game. That is one I will not be doing because the Jaguars are ass and the Bears are not much better. So I'm not gonna bore myself with that. But this seemed like a pretty decent prime time. I call it prime time, but obviously early morning. But it's a pretty decent matchup. So that's why I was going to do that. I was looking at the 1:00 games. Not anything there really that jumped out to me. So I'm going to let that one go. I was thinking of maybe I'd do a watch along with Red Zone. Maybe I'll do that one of these weeks where I'll do a watch along and just watch Red Zone with everybody and just kind of comment on that and see what we're doing as far as that goes. Maybe 1 week if I get bored enough. I'll see. But for today, it'll be Jets and Vikings, and then Giants and Seahawks at 4, and then obviously the Cowboys and Steelers will be coming up at 8. So those are the 3 games we are doing today. The first one right here, and I want to thank everybody for joining us here as we bring this game to you from London. As Taylor Swift once said, she loves herself a London boy. But right now, the Jets are not loving it in London as they are down 10 points to the Vikings, 17-7. The Vikings will get the ball first in the second half. And the Jets got to hope that they can avoid any more penalties as they have been flagging Sauce Gardner ad nauseum for pass interference and holdings. Ravens-Bengals could, that's the thing. That could be good, or that could be bad. Like that one can go. That one has a chance to be. Oh, this is a good game. Bengals are divisional game. Division games are always close, very tight, very tough to play. Ravens have been inconsistent, so if the Bengals actually give them a run for their money, wouldn't be a big surprise. Could be good, or this could be the Ravens. Just build on what they did last week to the Bills and smash them. Yes, but by that time you'll be over there in town. You'll be asleep, as I would imagine. It's probably because what's that? That's going to be around 1-2 o'clock in the morning there for you. So either way, that's going to be late. This is, like I said, this is your prime time game. This is your Sunday night game. Literally, it's Sunday night where you are. Where it's Sunday morning here, Sunday night over there, as we are currently at 18? 11:16. We're 11:16 in the morning here on the east coast of the Estados Unidos. Jets have 99 total yards, 12 rushing yards, only 12 rushing yards. That's the problem. That was been the problem with the Jets, and they keep on trying to run it, and the run game is just not working. Yeah, somebody's got to knock them off. I just don't want it to be Arsenal or Chelsea. But somebody's got to knock them off. I think Liverpool right now is on top of the league. Tottenham is a ways back, unfortunately. Again, and in the Premier League, once you get like 8-10 points back, it's hard to get all the way back up to the top. So again, I'm worried when it comes to my Spurs. They're coming up actually in about 12 minutes, 13 minutes. They'll be taking on Brighton in Brighton. So we'll see how that goes. For my Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Be keeping an eye out on that game. As we're bringing you this one live from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, as we see Alan Lazard and Aaron Rodgers going over some game film on their Microsoft Surfaces on the sidelines. As we see the Vikings mascot banging on his drums. Hopefully he doesn't drop the drumstick this time. Is he wearing a British wig? Like a court wig? Whatever. But here we are. Second half is about to get underway. Jets have the ball on the tee, getting ready to kick off. Looks like there might be a couple of raindrops on the camera lens there, so maybe some rain in England. Surprising, I know. That kick is going to be out of the back of the end zone. And a dynamic touchback, and the Vikings will take over on the 30-yard line. Thailand's chief asset says I think the Vikings win 40. So you think the Jets get a safety out of this, and that the Vikings just destroy them in the second half? Listen, stranger things have happened. I'm especially in this season. Every week just seems to keep on getting weirder. So I'm at no point here to say, well, that's impossible. Of course not. Everything's possible. 1st and 10. Darnold under center. He hands it off to Chandler, and that's going to be a gain of 6 inches, perhaps. Not even that. So here we go. Second down, and I guess they'll call it 9, but that's definitely a long 9. Sam Darnold under center, man in motion. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks, now throws it to Chandler, and he's going to get about a yard on that one. So it'll be 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 7, depending on the spot. Aaron Jones, we see on the sidelines. He's still out, not playing. It looks like they say questionable return. I think he is going to be out for the rest of this game, to be tell you the truth. Justin Jefferson motion. 3rd and 8. Darnold in shotgun. Steps back. He's got time. There's holding. There's definite holding there on that play. No flag. Darnold just throws it out of bounds finally after running for his life. The fact that there was no flag for holding on there is insane. Not that it matters, because the Jets will get the ball. It is 4th and 8. Let's see. Yes, I did have breakfast. I made myself, kind of fittingly for this game, I made myself English muffin sandwiches. Some egg. Had some nice Canadian bacon. A little bit of American cheese. The good stuff, Land O'Lakes, man. Not that Kraft Singles plastic shit. Good Land O'Lakes cheese. That's the one you got to get. That's American cheese. When I say American cheese, that's what I mean. I don't mean that Kraft Single bullshit. You got to peel the cheese out of plastic that ain't fucking cheese. I'm talking about good deli quality Land O'Lakes, baby. But yeah, had myself English muffin sandwiches. Got my coffee right here in my Giants mug. And my big Giants mug, because your first cup of coffee for the day should be a giant one. Oh, there was a flag there. Absolutely pass on the punt. Punt, catch, fair catch, interference, whatever you want to say. Punt. I've lost my ability to speak, which is bad. But we do have fair catch interference there on the Minnesota Vikings, as he kind of did a slew foot, little knee to knee. And that's going to add some yardage to that. That was caught at the 25-yard line, so that should be, what, at the 35, I guess? I think that's a 10-yard penalty. So I don't think it's 15, right? I don't think it's 15. But we'll see. So it'll be at either the 35 or the 40. But yes, I had breakfast. Listen, there's no way I was going to be able to function if I didn't have some kind of food. But yeah, here we are. Got some nice coffee. Enjoying early morning football as one should. Like, that's the other thing. Some people get upset by it. Let's see. Quality dairy products and baked goods don't exist here, unfortunately. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Chief Asset. Well, that's the thing. Listen, if you love Thai food, obviously Thailand is going to be the place you want to go. I know you got what's the big thing? Is it pho, pho, whatever, fee fi fo fum? I don't know. I know they love the peanuts and peanut flavored dishes, peanut noodles and stuff like that. I know that's a big thing over there. Obviously the spices and stuff like that. And I'm a spicy guy. I love spices, so I have no doubt I would probably love Thai food. But every now and then, man, you want yourself just a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, especially up here, in Jersey. Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. Like I said, Canadian bacon, egg, and cheese English muffin. Just sometimes I want that nice omelet, bowl of cereal with some milk, anything like that. So sometimes you want that. Sometimes you want garbage. Sometimes you want an old McDonald's breakfast. You know what I mean? And you want to have a little bit of garbage. So like I get it. I get you have listen, you have great food over there. But also on the other hand, like I get also missing American cuisine at a time. And I know people laugh at American cuisine. Yeah. America takes the best from around the world. We kind of, sprinkle a little of our shit on it and kind of make it our own. And it often makes it better. I'm going to be honest with you. Chipotle's good. Although they've been slacking the last couple of years, if I'm going to be honest with you. Brownies are so good. Pancakes. Get a nice little short stack, some syrup on it. Maple syrup. Good Canadian maple syrup. Yeah. Now we're talking. Turning to James Hetfield there. Ooh, yeah. So it was a 15-yard penalty. So from the 40-yard line, it's a pitch back from Aaron Rodgers to Breece Hall, and that's going to be a gain of 3. Van Ginkel looks like he was in on a tackle there. We are at 13:05 and counting down here in the third quarter. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets trying to hopefully pick up where they left off in the first half. 2nd and 7 now. Rodgers gets under center. Breece Hall in the backfield. Play clock at 6. Snap is off. Hand off to Breece Hall, and he's immediately hit, and that is going to be a 5-yard loss. So it's going to be 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12 coming up here for the Jets. As again, the Jets running game can't get going, but they just seem to keep calling it. Silly play calling. That's just really silly play calling from Nathaniel Hackett. 3rd and 12 after having 2nd and 7. From their 38-yard line. Rodgers takes the snap, back, looks, throws to Conklin out of the backfield. That's going to be nowhere close, 5 yards short of the first down, and the Jets will have to punt. So Rodgers showing frustration out on the field, and understandably. As the Jets had one decent drive where they were able to go ahead and start at the Vikings 30 after a punt return from Gibson at the end of the first half. But other than that, they've done nothing offensively, and that continues here in the second half. 3 and out for the Jets after the Vikings started off 3 and out. So 4th and 5. Here comes the punt. It is up. And it is going to drop into the end zone for a touchback. So that's going to come out to the 20-yard line. And that is where the Vikings will take over. Agreed. Their running game is so big. Like what? They had 12 yards, I believe, in the first half. And they got 3. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15. And then they lost 5. So now they're at 10. So since half, where they had 12 rushing yards, they now have 10. So they've lost 2 yards overall running in the game so far now in the second half. So, not great, but they're still going to, the next drive, they're going to hand it off to Breece. They're going to hand it off to Breece Hall. And at some point, you have to understand that that's not going to work. And even if that means that the Vikings defense can pin their ears back and try to rush Aaron Rodgers, find a way to get it out quickly. But you have to be able to adjust the game. You have to be able to adjust your game plan. Okay, we wanted to hand it off to Brees Hall. We wanted Hall to be a big part of the game. It's not working. You have to come up with something else, whether it's screen passes to him, whether you get him out into the flat and are able to get it to him, or the slot, somewhere, something. You have to be able to change the game or change your game plan from something that isn't working. If you keep on trying to fit that square peg in a round hole, you just bang your head against a brick wall. There's no reason to keep on doing that. And I don't understand why Nathaniel Hackett and the Jets seem to be focused on, well, let's just keep doing the same thing over and over and hope for a different result. You know what they say about that? And it might be getting him out of a job. Both him and Salah. Looking on the old Twirix, seeing what we got going on over here. Anything new, anything interesting. Aaron Rodgers did just pass 60,000 yards total for his career so far. So at least there's something positive for the Jets in this game if you want to look at it from that way. And Aaron Jones has officially been ruled out with the hip injury. So he's no longer questionable. He is officially 100% out, which is what I kind of said when you see him on the sidelines there. You kind of knew that was... Lamar Jackson showing up in a weird pink hoodie to Cincinnati. As you see a couple of Chiefs fans going into Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Some Cardinals fans, Browns fans, there's a Raiders fan, a couple of Giants. There we go, Giant fans. Oi. Celebration of all the NFL and of all the football there in London at these international games. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Sam Darnold under center, rolls out to his right. That's going to be caught by Addison. And that's going to be a 5-yard gain. And it's going to be 2nd and 5 coming up. Thank you so man. It's early morning. I really am having a problem getting my mouth to work correctly. But I do want to thank everybody for joining us this morning, watching the Jets and the Vikings from London. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, and subscribe. As 2nd and 5 is coming up here for Sam Darnold, as it looks like he might be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Still lots of time on the play clock. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Jets, good protection by the Vikings. Stop the Jets' pressure. That's going to be wide open to Addison at the 50-yard line. And that is where he will be tackled just into Jets territory. It looks at the 49-yard line. And Sauce Gardner is down. Sauce Gardner's hurt for the Jets on the field. Not good. Just something else the Jets can ill afford. And well, here it is. Let's see what happened to Sauce on this play. Oh, he get ran into by his own guy. Is that, what is that though? Did he just, is that like a concussion? Did they bang heads? Let's see. Oh yeah. He kind of got, his own guy kind of helmeted him right in the face. And that looks like he might, that's going to be concussion protocol there for Sauce. And he might be done for the game. Can I buy a Chief shirt and have it shipped all the way to Thailand from the States for my 2-month-old boy? You might be able to. Like I said, you know, I don't know what the international shipping is on stuff like that, so I wouldn't tell you that's probably more than what the actual product is. We got flags here. We got flags on 1st and 10, and we have a cha-cha. We have a full start on the Vikings. So that bumps our flags up to 11. Oh, and I hit the wrong flag thing again. There we go. I'll get the flag thing down there eventually. Yeah, no, I don't know what the international shipping stuff is, but we can get some Chief stuff in our shop and see if we get some of the we can get some child onesies and stuff in there. We'll do that. It's an untapped market. Maybe we'll do that. 1st and 15 now. Sam Darnold throws over to his left. That's going to be caught by Addison for a gain of about 5. So we're back to 2nd and 10 here. Addison seeming to be a great secondary target right now for Sam Darnold and the Vikings, as the Jets have been covering Justin Jefferson fairly well. Sometimes Sauce Gardner was covering him too well, had a lot of flags against him for it. So 2nd and 10 from the New York Jets 49. Sam Darnold in shotgun, empty backfield, takes the snap. He's getting pressure, and the Jets get a sack. They sack him down at the Vikings 46-yard line. And it will be 3rd down and I want to say 17. Depending on the spot. Chief Asset in the chat, the Jets defense and special teams are the only thing going to save them this game, unfortunately. I agree. The Jets defense is what's keeping them in the game right now. The fact that it is 17-7. The Vikings offense has been able to move kind of at will, but the Jets defense has kind of stiffened up a little bit at the end of the first half and here into the second half. But here we go, 3rd and 15. Jets again trying to get pressure. We get a pass out to number 12 there, but he is going to be about 6 yards short. I'm sorry, not 12. I don't know why I said 12. 32. That's Chandler. So misread the number there, but it was Chandler. But again, about 6 yards short. So the Vikings will go ahead, and it appears they will punt on 4th and 6 as the Jets defense is able to hold. So from there, from the Jets 46-yard line, snap, kick is away. And that is going to get batted back into the field of play. And that'll be Jets ball at the 3-yard line. So Vikings special teams comes up big on that punt. Ball was going into the end zone, batted back in by the Vikings. And the Jets have poor field position. And the way this game has gone for the Jets, this may not end well. We'll just say that. Here's a stat for you. Breece Hall, and again, this is on Twitter X, just going ahead and checking out some stuff here. As we have a commercial break here, by the way, if you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. Helps us out immensely here on the channel here. Thank you for watching Stay Tuned Sports on this Sunday morning as we're watching the Jets and Vikings live from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England. Breece Hall, over the last 8 quarters of football that he's played, he's had 19 carries for 24 rushing yards. Something is wrong with the Jets running game, and I don't know what it is. Yes, Sauce Gardner's being evaluated for a head injury. We kind of figured he was going into the concussion protocol, considering how he was on the field. Let's see here. Injury report, and this is good if you're making picks for gambling, or if you are going to go ahead and put some money on these games. Colts injuries. These are everybody who is out today versus the Jaguars. Anthony Richardson with an oblique. Jonathan Taylor, running back, he's out with an ankle. Defensive end, Kwity Paye, he's out with a quad. Cornerback, Kenny Moore, he's out with a hip. Defensive end, Samson Ibukum, out with an Achilles. Defensive end, Tyquan Lewis, out with an elbow. Defensive tackle, DeForest Buckner, is out with an ankle. And cornerback, Juju Brents, is out with a knee. Ton of big outs there for the Colts. Could this be the week that the Jaguars get their first win? They do seem to be a bugaboo there for the Colts, the team that can always beat them. So we'll see. I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one, Chief Asset, and I wouldn't blame you either, being as late as it is over there. So Aaron Rodgers from the 3-yard line under center, steps back, looks, throws. He connects to Conklin, but that's right at the line of scrimmage. No gain for the New York Jets. 2nd and 10 from the 3 coming up. The Jets, again, not able to get anything going here. As the rain starts coming down at Tottenham Stadium. Last 4 possessions, lost it on downs, punt. They got the touchdown at the end of the half, and then punt on their first drive of the second half. 7:05 and counting here in the third quarter. 2nd and 9. They're giving them 9. They're at the same spot they were. Aaron Rodgers back, looks, throws. It's going to be caught by Garrett Wilson, and that's going to be, did he stretch over and get it enough? We'll see where the refs spot him. That's either going to be 3rd and 1 or 1st and 10, and they give him the first down. 1st and 10. New York Jets move the chains and keep the drive alive, and at least avoid a 3rd down. Oh, they're so used to rain over in England. Who knows? They got a decent coverage there with the roof over the grandstands, at least anyway. Just put on some ponchos, you'll be fine. You're at a football game. Got to tough it out. 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun from the 13.5-yard line. Aaron Rodgers throws over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. It looks like there was contact. Wilson was on the ground already before the ball even got to him. Makes a cut and slips. Oh, he slipped. He just slipped. So no contact. He just slipped. That rain causing a problem on the carpet there, the plastic field that they use there at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for these NFL games. Which is cool. If you've ever seen how they have that retracting field that comes off in sections, it's pretty cool. They should do that at MetLife. 2nd and 10. Aaron Rodgers back. Looks. He's getting pressured. Cannot find anybody open. Still gets away from pressure. Ball is up and wobble. It looked like his arm was hit as he was throwing. But either way, that's an incomplete pass, and that is 3rd and 10 now. Coming up for the Jetsopolitans. Again, in a very 3rd and long situation. Which they have found themselves in all game. Yeah, that was kind of tipped there as Rodgers tried to get rid of it. 3rd and 10. Rodgers calling out protections. Play clock at 1-0. They do get it off. No flag. Rodgers tries to dump it off. He gets hit as soon as he tries to dump it off. That is incomplete. And Rodgers is down. Rodgers is down. Rodgers is hurt. Rodgers is hurt. Knee, hamstring, something. He's down, and he is not getting up. Oh, no. Just when you think it can't get worse for the New York Jets. Rodgers kind of got sandwiched and rolled up on that play. And he gets hit. Falls awkwardly. Has a Vikings player kind of fall on the back of his knee. Did it pop something in his knee? Did it pop his knee? His leg kind of gets crushed between 2 Vikings. He is walking off the field. So hopefully it's not anything serious. There is a bit of a limp, but not a terrible one. And again, he's walking off on his own power. Tyrod Taylor getting ready on the sidelines, even though it's 4th and 10. Jets are going to have to punt here. And Chief Asset might be passing out on us here, unfortunately. 6:07 left. Jets down 10, and they are going to have to punt from their own goal line. As the snap and punt is away. And is going to be caught at the 36, 37-yard line. We got a flag down. What's the call, Mr. Official? We have a personal foul, roughing the kicker on the Vikings. That's a 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down for the Jets. And Aaron Rodgers putting the helmet back on and going back out onto the field. So we've had 12 flags now. The Jets get a fresh set of downs because of the penalty. Aaron Rodgers, as hurt as he was, is back on the field in rainy Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England. Let's see what Aaron can do if his knee is bad or not. Breece Hall with a giant hole in his ass. That's not his asshole, but his pants got a big hole in the ass. 1st and 10. Rodgers in shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Breece Hall. Breece Hall gets a big hole finally and gets a first down on a run. That's a 10-yard run for Breece Hall, which is super exciting because he's been able to do jack shit all game, actually for the last couple games. But he's been able to get a 10-yard run there. First down, New York Jets. Thailand's chief asset, thank you so much for joining us in chat this morning. Have yourself a great evening out there in Thailand, and hopefully we'll see you back here for some of the other games that we cover during the year. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. You have yourself a great night, man. 1st and 10, Aaron Rodgers handed off to Breece Hall, and again, that's going to be no gain for Breece Hall. So one good run, and now Breece Hall is back to regular Breece Hall. And thank you for the subscription so much, Chief Asset. That means the world to us. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have no idea, man. Thank you so much. Got worldwide. Stay Tuned Sports is worldwide, baby. From the U.S. to Thailand, wherever you want to watch us, we're here for you. Thank you so much, man. So 2nd and 10 coming up here. Rodgers in shotgun takes the snap. He's looking around, avoids pressure. He gets it to Garrett Wilson. Wilson's going to fight for a first down and gets there. From the 40, he's basically at the 49.5-yard line, almost the direct 50, but that's a first down for the Jets, and they are now moving the ball. Let's see what happens here. Can the Jets get back into this game, or will Minnesota own them? First and 10 from exactly the 50-yard line. Midfield. Aaron Rodgers takes a snap. Back, looks, throws, gets hit. He does get the pass off to Breece Hall. Breece Hall gets about 3 yards, maybe 4, depending on the spot. Aaron Rodgers gets hit on the play, but he gets up and he helps the defender up too. What a good guy. You know, you look at Aaron Rodgers, good guy Aaron Rodgers. Oh, and there's a Viking down now. That looks like it might be a cramp on his leg. He looks to be unable to bend his leg. That might be just a cramp there for the Vikings individual, who I didn't get to see his number. But he is being attended to. Robert Saleh talking to Garrett Wilson. Hopefully Wilson is ignoring whatever Saleh said to him, because Robert Saleh is a pretty terrible coach. Just from my observations. That's all. Don't get mad at me, Jet fans. You think that too. I don't hear nothing from any Jet fans out there. Oh, don't say anything about Robert Saleh. You guys don't like fucking Robert Saleh either, so I don't hear shit. I don't hear nothing. But the Jets have 2nd and 7 coming up, so it was a 3-yard game. Aaron Rodgers, 15 of 28, 127 yards. 1 touchdown, 2 picks. One was a pick six, so not great. 2nd and 7. Rodgers is in shotgun. Bobbles the snap, but he does hold on to it. Does throw to... Who is that? That's Allen? Yeah, that was Allen outside of the backfield there. But that's going to be another first down for the Jets. The Jets are now moving the ball. As they are at, what, the 37 now of the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, Braylon Allen was the receiver on that play. Aaron Rodgers. That's going to be a handoff to Allen again. And he's going to get 7 yards. So 2nd and 3 coming up now for the Jets. As all of a sudden the Jets have a little bit of momentum here. They had punted the ball away. The Vikings were going to get it. And there was roughing the kicker. Personal foul. Gave the Jets another life after Aaron Rodgers had seemingly been hurt pretty badly on the previous play. He was able to jump back on the field. And the Jets have had some decent momentum here. 2nd and 3. Aaron Rodgers back to throw. He tries a shovel pass. Incomplete. And now it'll be 3rd and 3. $1:57 left here in the third quarter. Thank you so much for watching us here on Stay Tuned Sports on this Sunday morning as we bring you the London game from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, subscribe. Our links to our donation station and to our merch store is in the description and in the chat. That's going to be thrown. Is that caught? Garrett Wilson saying he's caught that, and it is indeed a catch for a first down. The New York Jets keep the drive alive, and they keep the ball moving. 1:40. The clock is still moving. They go to a replay as the Jets look to go hurry up as we're going to miss the play. Aaron Rodgers does throw it out to his right. Thanks a lot, NFL Network, for really screwing that up. That's Conklin with the catch for about a yard, maybe 2. And 2nd down coming up here for the Jets, as they are in the red zone right now. Brian Flores trying to implore his Vikings defense to tighten up here from the 14-yard line of the Vikings. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun. Breece Hall to his left. Takes the snap. Back. Looks. Throws. That is going to be caught by Wilson. And that is going to be 2 yards short of a first down. So 3rd and 2 now coming up for the Jets. .40 seconds left in the third quarter. The Jets looking to get into the end zone here and make this a game. Oh, did they do replay assist and they say incomplete? Because it went from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 8. So I guess they're saying Garrett Wilson did not catch that ball. I did not see a replay of that. They haven't shown that. They show replays of everything else, but NFL Network didn't show a replay of that. So thanks a lot, guys. NFL Network, again, really on top of it. Oh, now we're going to show it? Okay, I didn't see it. I didn't see it hit the ground. You've got to do a better job than that, NFL Network. NFL Network just is terrible coverage. I'll just say that right now. But 3rd and 8 now for the Jets. Still from the 14-yard line there of the Vikings. Play clock under 5. Aaron Rodgers takes the snap, throws into the end zone, incomplete. And it will be 4th and 8 for the Jets. And it looks like they will settle for a field goal to get within a touchdown. Man, if you're the Jets, you really wanted to get that. How is... You never looked back at the ball. Was there a touch? I don't know. But here comes Greg Zuerlein for the field goal attempt. It'll be a 32-yard attempt from the right hash. And snap, hold, kick. It is up, and it is good. And the Jets are now within 1 touchdown of the Minnesota Vikings. 17-10. Minnesota leads the Jets here with 50 seconds left in the third quarter, and I will be right back. Guess who's back? Back again. King is back. Tell your friends. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. That doesn't rhyme. I don't care. But you can like, share, and subscribe. That helps us out here so much at the channel. Thank you so very much. Like, share, subscribe. Right all down there. Like us. Helps us with the algorithm. Sharing, like your favorite STD. Just gets us around. Gets more people to look at us. That would help us immensely. And, of course, subscribing. The more people who subscribe gets us closer to being monetized here on the channel, which is obviously something that we really, really, really hope for and want. Our goal is to get to 100 subscribers. I think, let me go see. Because I know we had a few people in here, which is fantastic. Let me see. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We're at 100 subscribers. We're at 100 subscribers. Thank all of you so very much. You helped us reach our goal that I kind of had set for the end of the year. I was like, this whole season, hopefully we get to 100 subscribers. We've gotten there here in week 5. Thank you all so very much. Now let's keep this train rolling and going. We're going to find out what our next goal is going to be, and then we'll hit that. But we've hit 100 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much here from us at Stay Tuned Sports. Myself, Jimbo, that's really it when it comes to Stay Tuned Sports. That's who we are. That's the entire crew that we have here. But again, me and Jimbo cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you for helping us reach 100 subscribers. And again, now it's on to the next one. So thank you all so very much. And listen, chat is open. If you want to come in the chat, hang out with us. So, talk about your team, what's coming up for your team this Sunday. As we are getting closer to, we're about an hour away from the 1 o'clock game starting. As we are 50 seconds left in this one in the third quarter. Vikings hand off here on first down, and that's going to be Chandler for no gain. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be second down. As let me switch this out there, as it looks like we had a dynamic touchback. As we take a look at some advertisements here for Good Morning Football on NFL Network, which is good, unlike their coverage of NFL games, which is pretty shite. 2nd and 10, Darnold and shotgun. Ball still at the 30. Vikings snap the ball. Darnold looks, throws, incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the intended receiver, but we have another flag. This one against Reed, and they're going to call pass interference again. It just seems like they're going to, anytime the pass is thrown to Justin Jefferson, they're going to throw a flag. So if I'm the Jets, there's nothing you can do. They're just going to throw a flag on you every single time. There's no pass interference there. Like, again, I'm not a Jets fan or a Vikings fan or anything. That's not pass interference. Bad call, again, by the officials. And again, we seem to be having the officials wanting to take over the game. 13 flags now in the game. 2 seconds left here in the third quarter. Vikings line up now in Jets territory at the Jets 46, thanks to the officials. Sam Darnold takes the snap, fakes the handoff, back, looks. He's going to throw deep. And why not? Because you have Justin Jefferson. There's going to be a flag on this one too, apparently, isn't there? There's a flag on every pass that's thrown towards Justin Jefferson's way. Holy shit, they didn't throw a flag. Oh my God, the referees actually kept it in their pocket for fucking once. Amazing. Incredible. Stupendous. Spectacular. Give me 14 of them. We're almost at 14 flags as it is anyway. As we have reached the end of the third quarter. Minnesota Vikings 17, the New York Jets 10. As we get ready for the last quarter of football here on the early morning game from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. You sound like you're from London. By the way, I cannot do a British accent, so don't ask me to. It will sound like a mixture of South African, Australian, and concussed Tua, I guess. I don't know. It's not great. It's not great. It's not a great impression. I'm not very good at doing any kind of impressions. Accent wise or anything else. I'm just not very good at that. But thank you for joining us here on this early Sunday morning. We've been with you since 9:30, since this game started. We've had a lot of people in here joining us and being with us that whole time. We had a gentleman from Thailand, chief assistant, who was definitely helping us out all morning. He's gone to bed now because I believe it is close to midnight over there, or 1 a.m. It's something like that. So it's Monday now over in Thailand. So thank you to Chief Assistant for helping us out here and sticking with us here in the chat. If you want to join us in the chat is open. Come on in, say hi, say hello, say what's going on. Like to hear from you. Who's your favorite team? Who are they playing today? What are your prospects for this week? Are you a Colts fan? Got a lot of injuries out there in Indianapolis as they go on to play. They're playing the Colts down in Jacksonville, but a lot of Colts are out today. Let's see. Are you an Eagles fan? It's a bye week for you guys, and usually you don't want early buys. You're not a big early buy fan, but for the Eagles, this might be a time where having an early buy might be good because you guys got to figure something out. Because whether it's your coaching, whether it's your play calling, whether it's Jalen Hurts not playing well, whatever you want to call it, the Eagles are in a bit of a pickle. And I think that's something that they need to figure out and fix. And maybe this bye week is coming actually for the Eagles at the right time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But start the fourth quarter, 17-10. The rain still falling in London. That's a shocker. Raining in England. Who would have figured? Who would have known? As we take a look at the NFL Network individuals calling this, Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner, neither one of them particularly great. Sam Darnold takes a snap here on 2nd and 10. He throws an incomplete pass towards his tight end. It looks like he was just kind of getting rid of that, to be honest with you. So now 3rd and 10 coming up here for your Minnesota Vikings. Jets defense needing to hold here. If the Jets can hold here and get the ball back, all of a sudden They are one decent drive away from tying this game, which I got to tell you, in the early part of this matchup, did not seem likely. The way that the Jets have been playing and the way the Vikings were playing. But this is going to be a big play here for the Jets defense. Sam Darnold getting chased. He does happen to get away. He throws the ball out of bounds as he was finally getting tracked down. Incomplete pass. 4th and 10. And the Vikings will have to punt the ball away to the Jets. And all of a sudden, the Jets defense stepping up big. That was very close to maybe being a late hit. You know how they protect the quarterbacks. And the way these refs have been throwing flags against the Jets in this game. But they have gotten away with one, apparently, as it were. Some more stats here. This from Twitter. Andrew Van Ginkel has more touchdowns than Tyreek Hill, Josh Jacobs, Travis Kelce, and Garrett Wilson combined. The punt is away, and that'll be spotted there at the 6 is where it looks like, or 7, looking by where the official is. And so the Jets will take over at their own 7-yard line. I'm glad I'm not the only one seeing that some of these flags on the defensive pass interferences are ridiculously bad. So here we go for the Jets from their own 7-yard line. Aaron Rodgers in shotgun. Fourth quarter just started. 14-41. Aaron Rodgers hands it off on first down. That's Braylon Allen, and that's going to be a gain of about 2 yards, maybe 3, depending on the spot from the officials. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. If you want to join us in the chat is open. Links for our donation station and for our merch store are in the description. They are also pinned in the chat, so you want to help us out, check us out there. Right now, our top contributor is Bryce. He's donated $5. If you want to get more, you'll get your name on a ticker down there. That'll be pretty cool. But anything that you can donate will certainly help us. Thank you so much. Aaron Rodgers on 2nd and 7. He's going to get sacked. Wrapped up, and that's going to be a couple-yard loss on that one. And it's going to be 3rd down and long again for the Jets, deep in their own territory. Looks like they're going to be at their own 4. So it's going to be 3rd and 13. Long way. There's pretty good coverage down the field. But here we go. 3rd and 13. Play clock down to 3, 2, 1. Snap gets off. Aaron Rodgers in his own end zone. Running for his life. Throws out of bounds. And it will be 4th down. Jets will be punting out of the back of their own end zone. And while their defense held up, the offense cannot get anything going on this one. And the Vikings should get the ball back in pretty decent field position. So here we go. Jets in punt formation. Snap. Kick is away. Kick is picked up and downed at the 38-yard line of the New York Jets. As now there appears to be a little jabba-jawn, maybe perhaps some fisticuffery. As the Jets and Vikings getting a little bit chippy out there. But the Vikings have the ball in tremendous field position. And the Jets defense is going to be put to the test once again. As NFL Network heads towards a break. I got to say, I think I said it before this game started. In a bit of the pregame, I was like, this is going to be, depending on how the Jets do in this game, might depend on how all in they are for Davante Adams. The amount of receivers dropping balls here for the Jets, they might be all in for Davante Adams. And Garrett Wilson, for somebody who was complaining about and seemed to kind of have a bug up his ass about either targets or how he wasn't being utilized or whatever it was. I know there was something going on around him, and whether that was misconstrued or he was talking or answering to Bart Scott or anything like that, or taken out of context, as it were. Either way, playing like that is not going to be good. And if I'm the Jets, all of a sudden it seems like maybe how all in do you want to go here for Davante Adams? You might want to go pretty all in and see what you can do to try to hopefully save this season. And again, I don't know if it's a talent aspect. I think a lot of it is a coaching aspect and play calling aspect. I don't think Nathaniel Hackett is doing a particularly good job. I don't think Robert Saleh is a good head coach for this team overall. I really don't. Listen, have him be defensive coordinator or something, but he's not a good head coach. He doesn't hold the locker room well. It doesn't seem like the locker room respects him. It doesn't seem like the locker room pays attention to him at all. And that's been something that's been a problem with him for years, not just now. This isn't a now thing. Like, this has been an issue with Saleh for years, as far as trying to be able to get a hold, to get a control of his team and the people around him. So, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Saleh, and I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of Jet fans out there that aren't a huge fan of Saleh, and we see him again here on the sidelines with his bald, shiny head and his Lebanon flag on his shirt, which take that as you will. Sam Darnold from the 37-yard line of the Jets back out all kinds of time, throws deep and incomplete towards Jefferson. That was out of bounds anyway. So unless Justin Jefferson was about 12 feet tall and could bend and contort in weird Mr. Fantastic ways, that was not going to work. 2nd and 10. Again from the Jets 37, upcoming here for the Minnesota Vikings. My name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports, as we're with you for this early morning game from London, Jets and Vikings. We'll be covering the Giants and Seahawks for the 4 o'clock window. And, of course, Sunday Night Football will be the Dallas Cowboys and Pittsburgh Steelers, which we will also be covering. There's a pitch back to Chandler on 2nd and 10, and he's going to get about 1.5 yards. So it'll be 3rd and a long 8 here coming up for the Minnesota Vikings. Finishing the last of my giant coffee cup here. Sauce Gardner on the bench here on 3rd and 8, as we see him on the sidelines. Vikings are 4 for 10 on 3rd downs. Jets are 3 for 13, so both teams not the best on 3rd down so far in this game. Sam Darnold back, looks, throws. The Jet defender fell, but Darnold overthrew his receiver. He was wide open. I believe that was Addison was the intended receiver. So 4th and 8 coming up here for the Vikings, and they can try a field goal, or will they punt it? They're going to try for a field goal in wet, rainy Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 53-yard field goal attempt. Snap, hole, kick is up, and man, that is good eating. That is eating good in the neighborhood. And now it is back to being a 10-point game. 20-10, Minnesota, with a 10-point lead over the New York Jetropolitans. And time running out for Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets to make something happen. If you like what you're watching, please like, share, and subscribe. My name is King here on Stay Tuned Sports. Liking, sharing, subscribing helps us out a ton. You guys have no idea. We have just reached our goal of 100 subscribers, and we cannot tell you how much we appreciate that. And thank you from the bottom of our heart. Myself, Jimbo, we've been working on this. We've had this podcast for 8 years now. We just came onto YouTube just a little earlier this year as kind of just starting stuff. I mean, we before that, we would just upload the audio version of the podcast to the YouTube channel here. And that's kind of all we did. Then we decided to focus on actually making content for the channel just a little earlier this year. So just to see what the growth has been in such a short amount of time. And that's really thanks to you guys. Thank you so much for all that you do. And now it's just on to the next goal. And hopefully we'll get a little bit better and better as each day, each show, each live stream comes through. So again, thank you so very much. If you want to join us in the chat is open. Come on in, say hello. As we get ready again for the 1 o'clock slate of games, probably Ravens Bengals is a marquee matchup in that 1 o'clock window. Let's see what happens with the rest of the games. We'll see. Again, the NFL weeks have progressively just gotten weirder and weirder and weirder. We didn't think it'd get weirder than week 2, then week 3 happened. Couldn't think it'd get weirder than week 3, then week 4 happens. Now here we are, week 5. Now even college football's getting weird. What was it? 5 of the top 10 lost yesterday. You had Tennessee losing. You had Alabama losing to Vanderbilt. Michigan losing to Washington. You had Missouri getting crushed by Texas A&M. These are all, I'm kind of glad Notre Dame had a bye during the week. As we get ready for the kickoff. Oh, I hit the possession arrow too quickly. But we're getting ready. 12:07 left here in the fourth as the Vikings get ready to kick off to the Jets. Or down 10 points now, trying to go ahead and get something going here. They get a touchdown at least on this drive. They'll be down only 3. And depending on how quickly they score, if they can score, they can be right back into this game. But we'll see. And there's the kickoff, and that is going to be deep in the end zone, and that's going to be a dynamic touchback. So the Jets will get the ball at the 30-yard line. Can Aaron Rodgers and the Jets do something, anything, offensively to get back into this game? Bills-Texans, that'll also be a big one there for the 1 o'clock slate. Rain still coming down there and Tottenham Stadium. First and 10 for the Jets. 12:07 left here in the fourth quarter. Rodgers in shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Gets it to Conklin. And Conklin makes a nice little swim move. And he gets about 8 yards on first down. So it's going to be second and 2. I'm so used to saying the Jets are in third down position. Right? It's 2nd and 2 coming up here for the New York Jets. Oh, they marked him at 2nd and 3. I thought it was a lot closer than that, but these officials have not been the best in this game. That's maybe why they sent him over to England. I have no idea. Rodgers in shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's getting rushed and gets absolutely pummeled. So again, the Jets, they take 1 step forward and 3 steps back. Rodgers just getting absolutely murdered here. No protection on these blitzes and stunts that the Vikings are doing. Like, this is just terrible, terrible play. You're getting your quarterback murdered. And now it's going to be 3rd and long when they had 2nd and short And now 3rd and long. Boy, that ball came out too. It's a good thing Rodgers fell right back on top of it. But now it's 3rd and 13. Lost 10 yards on that sack. Referees come in and stand over the ball, blow the whistle dead for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Your guess is as good as mine about what's going on. The officials, of course, are always getting in the way. They reset the game clock to 11:11. Make a wish. I wish the officials wouldn't fuck up so badly, but here we are in week 5, and they're still doing so. So 3rd and 13. The Jets had 3rd and 3. Now they lost 10 yards on that sack. They are in a bit of a pickle here. Rodgers back in shotgun. Takes the snap. Throws. Garrett Wilson was tackled on the throw, but the throw was short, so incomplete. Jets punt. And that the Jets are running out of opportunities here. I don't know what else they're going to be able to do here. Considering some of the DPI they've called on the Jets, I'm surprised they didn't call that on the Vikings. But take that as you will. Again, I'm not a huge Jets fan, but I'm saying there's some, that's a little funky. Either way, 4th and 13, Jets punt it away, and the Vikings will get it at their 34-yard line, 36-yard line, apparently. So that is where the Vikings will take over. Next week for the London game, 9:30 a.m., will be the Jaguars versus Bears. I will tell you right now, I will not be covering that one here. Sorry for our Jaguar and Bears fans out there, but that one will not be covered. I'm sorry, just the Jaguars and Bears are bad. So I kind of did this game because the Vikings are 4-0, and I figured it'd be a decent matchup with the Jets. Again, it's kind of been very sloppy, at least from the Jets' point of view. The Vikings have, again, after the first quarter, they had 107 yards in the first quarter. Since then, they've had, I think, they just put up there like 90 or like 83, something like that. So the rest of the game, they have not played up to the first quarter standards. As Sauce Gardner, we still see on the sidelines. I guess they are still keeping him out with the head injury. I figured they said he cleared concussion protocol, but they do not have him out there. It's a pitch out to Chandler here on 1st down, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gains. 2nd and 10. Jets defense, again, holding up strong. Jets defense is trying like hell to keep them in this game. And thank you so much for joining us here on this early morning NFL game from London, England, from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. If you want to join us in the chat is open. Come in, say hi, say hello, say how you doing, say whatever the hell you want to. You can do whatever you want. 2nd and 10 coming up here now for the Vikings. Sam Darnold under center. Justin Jefferson in motion. Jets playing man, it looks like. Darnold back to throw. Big throw over the middle, and that's going to be short to Addison. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 now. Darnold has not looked sharp since really the end of the first quarter. He kind of got hit in the chest and was down for a little bit in the first quarter, or in the second quarter, I want to say. Had to be helped off the field. Was able to come back in the game after a play. And Aaron Rodgers, too, was hurt. It looked like a knee or leg or something, but was able to come back on the field in a play as well. So both quarterbacks have taken a beating in this game so far. 3rd and 10, and it looks like we got a flag here. Is this delay of game? Is this offsides? Is this encroachment? What do we got? We have actually full start on the Vikings. So that puts us to 14 flags now. And it makes it 3rd and 15. So even a bigger hole now here for the Minnesota Vikings. As the Jets defense trying to give the offense another opportunity to get a little bit closer. It's a 2-possession game here for the Vikings. They are on their own 12-yard line. Darnold in shotgun. He takes the snap. He back, looks to throw, throws big ball over the middle, picked off by the New York Jets. That'll be on the Vikings' 47-yard line, and that is where the Jets will take over. Darnold, I did the flag. That's no flag on that one. It's just an interception. Darnold overthrow. We've been seeing a lot of Darnold overthrows here. Honestly, since he had that injury, he's overthrown, and he overthrew Addison again. He overthrew him earlier, I believe on our last drive, and even on this drive, he overthrew Addison. Like, he's not been sharp since the end of this first quarter. And that is a clean pick for the New York Jets defense. And now the Jets in Vikings territory have a chance to get a little bit closer. Both teams now have 2 turnovers. Of course, the Jets had one that was a pick 6 from good old Van Ginkel, getting kinky with Ginky. And that cost the Jets dearly, as we can see in this game right now. Right now it would be 13-10 if it wasn't for that pick 6. But then again, who knows what happens if because the Vikings would still have it in good field position. So you never know what happens. But right now, that pick 6 looming large. But the Jets trying to get back into it here. 1st and 10. Rodgers throws. That's going to be caught by Lazard. And that's going to be a gain of about 7. So it'll be 2nd and 3. 9:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter left to go. Rodgers hoping to avoid another bad sack here, as the Jets' offensive line needs to do something to protect him. At least get somebody in the backfield to maybe pick up a blitz. Aaron Rodgers takes the snap, back looks, quick throw. That's going to be caught to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to have a first down to the 24-yard line. The referee spotting him at the 25, even though he fell forward. But whatever. Bad spot again by the officials. These officials have not been good in this game. But the officials haven't been good in any game. I think we can be honest with that. Garrett Wilson, 9 receptions for 69 yards. Nice. Rodgers in shotgun. Ball at the 25. 8:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Takes the snap. Back, looks, throws over the middle. Into double coverage. And actually almost caught by Conklin, but it is incomplete, and he's a little slow to get up after stretching out for that pass. Rodgers is waving off the official for saying that there was, I don't know what conversation was happening there. Conklin had it. He really did have it, and it was just swiped away by Bynum there at the last second. So 2nd and 10. Rodgers again in shotgun. Snap. Throws. I don't know where that was supposed to be going, but it is definitely wasn't close to anybody else. Out of bounds. Conklin, again, we see now on the sidelines on a knee. Not doing well, about a little injured there. So 3rd and 10 for the Jets. Rodgers back, throws. That's going to be caught at the 7.5-yard line there. That's Mike Williams. First down, 1st and goal for the Jets. They convert on 3rd and long for one of the few times in this game. And they are set up in a goal-to-goal situation. Jets need to punch it in here to hopefully have a shot in this game. They can make it a 3-point game with a touchdown. Rodgers in shotgun. Empty backfield. Play clock at 1. It runs down, and they did not get it off in time. 1 step forward, another step back. The Jets cannot get out of their own way. $15 flags now in the game. Sweet home, Bama. Make way for the King's God. Because my name is King. See? It all works. Make way for the King's God. Step away from the King's God. First and goal from the 12-yard line now for the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers steps up to the line. Looks like he's either changing a play or changing protection. Play clock under 5. He does take the snap. Back, looks, throws. He gets that off to Breece Hall. Breece Hall turns it upfield and gets to about the 7-yard line. So second and goal now coming up here for the New York Jets. 7, 19, 18, 17, 16 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Time not on the Jets side, but if they can score here rather quickly, they can. They still have a chance here in this game. If they get a touchdown here, they'll be down 3 points. Rodgers in shotgun, second and goal from the 7-yard line. Rodgers back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Garrett Wilson, and it's going to be down at the 3.5-yard line, maybe 2, depending on the spot from the officials. And we have third and goal here. I swear to Christ, if the Jets run this ball, which they have not been able to run the ball all game, if they run the ball here, like Nathaniel Hackett and Robert Saleh should be fired before they leave the tarmac. Like, this is... You can't... I'm sorry. You haven't been able to run the ball. You can't run the ball. Watch them run the ball and score here now. Make me look like an idiot. Which wouldn't be the first time I'm an idiot. But here we go. Third and goal. Rodgers back. Looks. Throws. Incomplete. There's got to be a flag. And there is. As he was all over Garrett Wilson. And there is a flag in the end zone. So that's going to be pass interference. First and goal from the 1 for the Jets. And I was going to say, the referees have been throwing ridiculous DPI flags on the Jets all game. And it has not seemed to have gone the other way when it comes to the Vikings. And that one was so clear and obvious. If they didn't throw a flag there, I think the Jets would have a clear, a reason to protest the game. Clear evidence, as you would. But thank you for joining us in the chat, Sweet Home Bama. I certainly, I would imagine you're maybe an Alabama fan. Last night was not good for you. First and goal, Aaron Rodgers back, has all the time in the world, looks, throws, that's going to be caught, and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson and the Jets are an extra point away from being within 3 points, which for this game is actually pretty decent for the Jets. But if you're a Bama fan there, Sweet Home Bama, how are you guys feeling this morning about your Tide? Roll Tide, roll. Snap, hold, kick, up is good, and it is indeed a 3-point game. Jets 17, Vikings 20. 6:04 left. Jets have all 3 of their timeouts. Vikings has all 3 of theirs. The Jets defense has been stout here in the second half. Can they come up with another big stop and a quick stop to help get the Jets the ball back here with a chance to either tie or take the lead? We will see. But we have actually a good game here at the end, and that's what we're kind of looking for. We did not start looking out that way. The Jets started off very slowly. The Vikings started out looking very well. But after the first quarter, the Vikings offense seems to have stalled a bit. And the Jets, while having a problem getting going here, have taken some advantages of the opportunities they've had. They had a pick on the last Vikings possession. Earlier on the other touchdown that they were able to get, it was a big punt return from Gibson that brought it down to the Vikings 30-yard line, and they were able to convert and get that into a touchdown in the second quarter. So the Jets have taken advantage of some of those mistakes that the Vikings have had. And here comes a dynamic kickoff for the Jets going to the Vikings, and that one's going to be into the end zone and a dynamic touchback. So the Vikings will take over at their 30-yard line. Again, some of the early games there, the Bills-Texans, I think that's going to be a good one we'll watch there. The Ravens and Bengals as well. That'll be a good one to watch at 1 o'clock as well. We're not going to be on for the 1 o'clock game, but we will be back for the 4 o'clock game for the Giants and the Seahawks. Giants and Seahawks, of course. And we will see how that goes there. 1st and 10 from the 30. Sam Darnold under center. He takes the snap, and that's going to be a handoff to Chandler, and Chandler's going to get a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. 5:57 and counting left here in the fourth quarter. Second and 9, Darnold back to throw. He's got time, looks, throws over the middle, and that's going to be caught. Justin Jefferson at the Jets' 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings in Jets territory, and that is just what the Vikings needed and just what the Jets did not. As Justin Jefferson, again, comes up big in a big spot. As the Jets have an injured player over on the sidelines, as Williams is getting checked out here. 1st and 10, Darnold under center. It's a pitch out to Chandler, and he's going to break it for about 7 yards, 6, 7 yards, depending on the spot. It looks like it's 6, but we do have a flag, and that might be coming back, and we have illegal use of hands. Or just a block in the back. That'll be on the Vikings. Well, a block in the back is illegal use of hands, I suppose. So we are up now to 17 flags for the game, which in the first quarter there were no flags. So, just so the officials were like, this game didn't have us in it? We can't have that. People came to watch the stripes. They don't care about football. By the way, flag. So 1st and 20 now for the Vikings. They are back on their own 48-yard line. 1st and 18, I'm sorry. 1st and 18 is what they have now. Darnold throws. It's going to be caught by Jefferson at the Jets' 47-yard line. 2nd down. Clock is ticking, though. 4:36, 4:35, 4:44, 34, sorry. Coming up here. 4:30. The Jets and the clock, not friends right now, but the Vikings happy as hell to milk the clock for all it's worth. Second and 13 from the Jets' 47. Darnold back, looking to throw. Throws deep over the middle. That's going to be caught by their tight end, Munt. As they are now deep into Jets territory, down by about the 25-yard line, it looks like. And that's exactly what the Jets did not need, as the Vikings get a fresh set of downs as they're able to milk more and more clock here. 3:36 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Jets running out of time. Defense needs big stops. 2-minute warning still in play, and the Jets have 3 timeouts. Vikings milk the clock all the way down to 1 second. Darnold throws. Incomplete. Intended for Jefferson. He could not hold on to the ball. Thank you so much for watching us here on this early morning football game from London. If you like what you're watching here on Stay Tuned Sports with your boy King, please like, share, subscribe. Help us out down there. It really does help us out. You guys have no idea. If you want to help, if you want to donate to us, help us out. Those links are in the description and in the chat as well. It's pinned in the chat, as well as our merch store and our Discord, if you want to go check those out as well. 3:19 left here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10 from the Jets' 26-yard line. Handoff to, I'm going to guess, Chandler, as he gets 2 yards. And the clock is stopped. I think the Jets will be taking a timeout here, and that is indeed the Jets' first timeout of the second half. So 3:15, 3rd and 7. Jets defense needs to come up big here. Needs to come up big. Now, the Vikings are already in field goal range, but a field goal only puts them up by 6. So a Jets touchdown could still win them the game, even though they're only down by 3. They were hoping to get the ball back without giving up any more points to the Vikings, but at this point, beggars cannot be choosers. Which I believe was the only love advice I ever got from my father. Joking. 3rd and 7. Sam Darnold back. Looks. Throws. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Intended for Jefferson. Clock stops. 3:11. Jets get to hold on to a timeout. So it'll be 4th and 7. Vikings are still well within field goal range, though, and can make this a 6-point game and make the Jets have to score a touchdown in order to tie the game and then get the extra point to win it. So this is a big play coming up here. 41-yard field goal attempt. It is in the middle of the hash. Snap, hold, kick, up, and oh boy, that was going right. And it just stayed within the right upright. And it is indeed a 6-point game. 23-17. The Jets still have life. 3:07 left in the fourth quarter. 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Can Aaron Rodgers pull off some magic? Or will it be too little, too late for the New York Jetropolitans? We're about to find out here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. You want to join us in the chat? Chat is open. Come say hi. Come say hello. We got Sweet Home Bama in there, who unfortunately, I'm going to imagine, is a big Crimson Tide fan. And bad morning for you guys. It happens. It happens. What are you going to do? We had, of course, Chief Asset from Thailand. He was hanging out with us from the other side of the world. But, of course, it's real late for them over there. It's, I believe, early Monday morning for them. So he's sleeping now. But we've had a lot of people in the chat here, some interaction. So come and join us. It's a little fun. See how, as we're getting ready for the 1 o'clock games to start ever so soon. We're actually about 19 minutes away from the 1 o'clock game starting. And here's the kickoff. And this one is going to be deep as hell. Dynamic touchback. The Jets will take over at their 30-yard line with a chance to tie and possibly win the game. Or take the lead anyway. Nothing is for certain, for sure. But the Jets at one time in this game were down 17 points. They are now down 6. They were down 3. Vikings were able to get a field goal on that last drive. Can the Jets get a touchdown on this drive and hand the Vikings their first defeat of the season? We'll see. Aaron Rodgers buttons his chin strap as he is in shotgun. Takes the snap, back, looks, throws deep, and that's going to be incomplete. Lazard was the intended receiver. And we have 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Jets. Clock is stopped, though. Hit him in the hands, could not hold on. That is the umpteenth dropped pass by the Jets receivers today. And if you're Aaron Rodgers, you got to figure what, other than throwing stick 'em at these guys, what are you going to do? Maybe this is the catalyst that gets Devontae Adams there. These guys are playing themselves out of a job because Devontae is going to come there. 2nd and 10. Rodgers throws. It's going to be complete to Garrett Wilson. As he's running across the field, he gets down to the 46-yard line. Looks like he might have been able to break it if he turned upfield, but just gets shoestring tackled before then. But it is a first down for the Jets as the clock keeps ticking. 2:43, 2:42, 2:41 here in the fourth quarter. Garrett Wilson, 12 receptions, 92 yards, and a touchdown here for the Jets. 1st and 10 from the 46. Rodgers in shotgun. Quick throw out to Lazard, and he breaks it to the Vikings 47.5-yard line, 46.5-yard line, actually. 2:20 left in the fourth quarter, and counting. Rodgers huddling up the team. 2:10, 9, 8. Clock is ticking. Are they going to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning? We will see. 4, 3, 2, 1. They will not get the playoff. 2-minute warning here for the Jets and the Vikings. 2 minutes to go. Jets down 6. They are in Vikings territory. Squeaky bum time if you're a Jet fan and if you're a Viking fan. You got to say, the last 2 games, the Vikings have come out to, they got a big lead. Not quite as big of a lead in this game as they had in the Green Bay game, but still, 17-point lead you had. And it's coming down right to the end. They had a 2-point loss to the Packers after being up 28-0. And then had the Packers outscore them 29-3 the rest of the game. And here you're up 17 points on the Jets. The Jets got back to within 3. You were able to get a field goal on that last drive to make it 6. But the Jets now still have a chance to get down the field and to tie the game with a touchdown and win it with the extra point. Or, again, take the lead, but we'll see how much time's left on the clock. But the Vikings are putting themselves in tricky situations. But we'll see if they can come out with a win. Again, the Kansas City Chiefs have been very not good this year, but they're still 4-0. So that's what I mean. You look at the Chiefs, and they're not playing very well, and Travis Kelce hasn't played well. He played a little better last game, but still not the Travis Kelce that we're used to. They have a lot of injuries. Rashid Rice is now injured, probably out for the year, although they're really not clear. I thought it was clearly going to be an ACL injury, and now they're still not. They don't know yet, and now they're wondering if he can come back at some point this year. So, we're still waiting for, I guess, clarification on that injury. But Pacheco is still hurt with the high ankle sprain. And again, they had Hollywood Brown, who was injured in the preseason, so they haven't had him at all this year. So it's been a real kind of funky year for the Chiefs, but they keep winning. And I think that's the thing you have to realize. Even if you're not playing your best football, if you win, you win. This is the NFL. This isn't college. You know, all that matters is wins and losses. There's no style points. Nobody gives a shit if you win ugly or win pretty. As long as you win, that's what matters. And so you see the Chiefs winning however they can, and you see the Vikings now, at least the last game, big lead, just barely held on by their fingertips to beat the Packers. So you can kind of call that a bit of an ugly win, but a win is a win. So will the Vikings be able to do the same thing here, or will the Jets be able to pull this out and pull themselves a little bit closer to the Bills in the AFC East? We will see, as we have 2 minutes left to go. The ball is on the Vikings, 46, basically the 46-yard line. 2nd and 3. Rodgers in shotgun. Talking to Breece Hall, who is setting up to his left. Hall's now in motion, going out wide. Rodgers gets the ball, snap, back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Lazard, and that's going to be a first down at the 41-yard line. Clock is ticking. Jets have 2 timeouts. 1:45 in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10. Rodgers in shotgun. Vikings loading the box here. Looks like we're going to have a blitz. Rodgers takes a snap, back, looks, throws. Had Wilson deep, but just missed him. Couldn't get it to him. 2nd and 10. Couldn't quite tell what was happening because the NFL Network's camera person sucks ass and should not be working a camera. He had him. Wilson called for the ball. It just did not connect. So 2nd and 10. Vikings again look like they're loading the box here. Now they have a drops back in coverage. The blitzer that was going to drop back in coverage. He throws. That's going to be caught by Wilson as he army crawls himself to the first down. Clock continues to tick. Under 120 now. Oh, they're saying 3rd down. They're saying it was down before then. 3rd and a yard. Rodgers in shotgun. Clock is at 105. That's going to be a handoff to Breece Hall, and he's going to get 5 yards and a first down. As the Jets continue to let the clock tick down. 53, 52, 51, 50. They are now milking the clock as they are driving down, hoping to leave no time left on the clock if they can score a touchdown. Finally, we have a timeout by the Jets. That is their 2nd timeout of the half. The Jets have 1 timeout remaining. 49 seconds left. Coming down to the nitty-gritty. Coming down to the end. Can the Jets pull this off? And can the Vikings hold them off? For the 2nd game in a row, can they hold off a late surge from their opponent to remain undefeated? Vikings looking to go 5-0. Jets looking to go to 3-2 and stay in the race in the AFC East. Clock was reset to 58 seconds. Apparently the timeout was called much earlier than that we didn't see. But anyway, Aaron Rodgers, ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Jets. Was that Van Ginkel again? No. Rodgers, smart play, letting it drop down. Lucky that it bounced kind of to him and not to a Viking, because that would have been that would have been it. That would have been the game. But here we go. 54 seconds left now. 2nd and 10. From the 26-yard line of the Vikings. Rodgers back. Looks, getting pressured. He slips. He throws. Incomplete. He was getting hit as he threw the ball. And it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Jets. 49 seconds left. Jets. Rodgers slipped as he tried to step back to throw. Kind of threw him off balance there, and then he got hit as he threw the ball that, thankfully, for the Jets anyway, fell incomplete. The Vikings defense now throwing everything they got at Aaron Rodgers. 3rd and 10. They have to get to the 16-yard line to get a first down. Rodgers throws, and there's being held. And now they're saying it's an interception by the Vikings, but that looked like he was being held. There's no flag? How is there no flag on that? Rodgers letting the official know about it. With all they've called on the Jets, he's getting held. Yep, that is. I mean, he picked it, so. I mean, you got to call pass interference on that. You have to call pass interference on that. But they don't. And the Vikings get the interception, and they will get the win. They escape again. And the Jets will fall to 2-3. And the Jets will not use their timeout. And that will be it. The Vikings have to fall on their knee one more time. And they do that. And that is it. It is a final. The New York Jets fall to defeat to the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings remain unbeaten. 5-0. Who would have saw that coming? as they again try to give another game away like they did to Green Bay last week, but they come out with a questionable non-call on fourth down there, on third down on that interception play. Like with what they were calling on the Jets all game, the fact that wasn't called pass interference is that's the one thing I don't like is inconsistency. Like if you're gonna be heavy on the calls for pass interference, fine, but be heavy on the call for pass interference then. And if you're gonna put the flags away and let them hand check and play, then fine, let them hand check and play. But when you do like that, when you call real ticky-tack stuff on one team and not on the other, it makes people say, it makes people question, and it leads to a bad game. But as we've seen this season, when it comes to the Stripes, their games haven't been great as it is. But as we sit here, 12:54, the 1 o'clock games are about to start, and I certainly hope that whatever team that you root for or watch during the 1 o'clock games does well. Good luck to you. I will be back here for the 4 o'clock game for the New York Giants versus the Seattle Seahawks. And we will watch that. And then, of course, Sunday Night Football right after that as we watch the Dallas Cowboys take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Until 4 p.m. Eastern Time when the Giants take on the Seahawks. My name is King. This has been Stay Tuned Sports. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have yourselves a great 1 p.m. slate.